Welcome, family, to another episode of the Midnight Moons podcast. The first episode of the year of 2020. We out here. That's right. New year, new energy. It's gonna be a vibe. I'm Coco the Conscious, aka Mr. Moods, your host, and we have a very, very special guest. The first guest of the year. We had to make it special. We had to make it right. My fellow Aquarian sister, soul sister, right here, Jamila, yoga, meditation teacher, singer, vocalist, Nets fan. As you can see, Kyrie, shout out to you, bro, because I know he watches. You know what I mean?
He's watching.
What up, Jamila? How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for coming in.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for being the first guest.
Oh, man.
Like, had to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Literally.
Aquarian energy.
That's it, the age of Aquarius.
Yes.
Bro. We out here.
We out here.
That's right. We're taking over. Man, Jamila, we always have deep conversations every time we cross paths. It's always something deep. It's like looking into the mirror.
Yes.
Because we're literally born the same day.
Yeah, that's right. We've always connected quite deep on stuff.
That's a fact.
Philosophy, music, and kind of just, it's always evolved. Really lovely. Oh, I'm into that too. You know, it's nice. Just
the Aquarian energy. We're all about that.
That's right.
All about that deep stuff.
Yeah.
That deep talk. And
totally.
You've made a lit, like, Jamila came prepared, family. She came so prepared, bro.
And you know this Aquarian energy, when something comes through you, you
Yes.
gotta channel it, you gotta write it down. Yeah.
True.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yes. Big facts here on the Midnight Moves podcast.
Mm.
We're gonna get into it. We're gonna go heavy. But we'll start off because we're talking about when we were messaging, talking about rap, we're talking about the expression and all that. But before we get into that, I want to talk about what made you fall in love with rap music.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, where did it start? Who was the artist? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill?
Yeah, and the Fugees.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. And, you know, it wasn't so much what they were saying at first. It was the music that really I gravitated towards. And I feel like that's an ancestral thing with everybody. That, you know, it goes way back, that we were in small communities, we were communicating with drums, you know, like before we even had words. And so there's a rhythm that we've kind of lost contact with. So I got down hard, and I loved philosophy, poetry when I was younger. But it was not that. And then when I was a little bit older, I started to really get down with what they were saying in that. And then why they're even called the Fugees, the refugees. It just...
Hey, true. that was a mind blow for me.
Lauryn Hill and the Fugees. She was my first mentor, I would say.
Yeah.
Who brought a sense of reality in so many ways. You
That's
know?
beautiful.
And, she's got this one song, and, you know, she's talking to young girls about, you know, their choices in life. And I felt like she was speaking directly to me, and she really helped to keep me in line. That's all just done from creative expression. So that's what's lacking, I think, in our society. So rap
true.
that's my medium that I don't rap, but, you know, I receive it.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I like how you said that. You don't rap, but you receive it.
I receive that energy.
Yes, I like that. I think that's why rap's so big now. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, everyone's kind of tapping into that ability to receive. There's like codes in it. Do you know what I mean? That's what made me fall in love with rap. It's like codes that would just break reality in a way down to a point I didn't think. I was just like, I'm not expand your mind in a crazy way. And because I rap, I've learned how it works. I mean, the magic of the words, the placements, how you put them, the flow. Do you know what I mean? But Lauryn Hill, I saw, I don't know what the video was, but it was like a video going around IG, and she was doing like a slam poetry or something. You probably know this video.
She like so younger
deep.
in that?
Yeah, younger. And I was like...
She raps, right? And then she sings, like, I love Sister Act, the movie.
Yeah,
it's like old school. That's like, anything's wrong. Like, we got one, Sister Act! And she's in it. And she's like this teenager, and she's, you know, angry. She's going through a lot of things that kids go through. But she sings powerfully. You know, from the depths, she's bringing that raw energy out. And then she raps as well. So she's like tapped into a lot of different mediums. You know, and she's brought it in through this one channeling force of...
That's crazy,
She's nuts. She's all kinds of...
See, because you're a vocalist, you can respect, you can understand the whole...
And how can you do both? It's like, you know, and she burns guys. And she's just... Easy!
She's top 5.
She's just like...
facts.
Thing,
100%. The female MCs are out here. Do you know Rhapsody? Have you heard of Rhapsody?
Yes. Yeah,
She's
man.
crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And like old school Jean Grey, and it's like you have to give respect to, you know, all of these great, no matter who you are, what you're doing, you're speaking or inspiring someone. That's the thing. You got something and you want to do it, but the most important thing, like anything, is that you're giving something back.
Yeah.
And that's, rap, they focus a lot on the negative aspect of rap, or they used to a lot, controversially in the 80s and 90s. Got a bad rap, pardon the pun. you know, but like at a deeper level, they are highlighting a lot of social issues that needed to come to the surface.
I feel that.
It's a political movement, and it's like creativity is one of the most rebellious rebellious.
The wires rebelling out here. There you go.
Humanity's moving. Yeah, but it's rebellion against a system. It's a tool for expression. Like whatever your medium is, paint, whatever it is, you got to let something move through you and make it yours. But mine is rap, and which is why we connect so well. Yeah,
that's it. It's so true, and it's finding your expression. I like how you said that, finding what it is to like to push that out, and everyone has that, whether it be rap, whatever, playing an instrument, do you know what I mean, the drums, like everyone has some type of it's just finding that. And my question to you is, how did you find yours?
I always wanted to sing.
Okay.
Always. I used to sing when I was a little girl.
I
used to imagine that I'd be like out there singing,
like
Lauryn Hill. Before the Lauren era, it was like Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? My mom would be like, what do you want for breakfast? What have you done for me lately? Like music, Stevie Wonder, and the reason why is because it gave my mother an ability to heal and release whatever she was going through. I would wake up at like 2 a.m. sometimes, like 5 years old, and I'd hear music kind of going like, Mom, what are you doing? And she's like, this is my medicine. And I didn't get that till she'd be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, listening to her decks, old school vinyl, just listening to Stevie. Sometimes she'd butt naked, freaking me out. And she'd be like doing her own thing. And I'd be like, but that was her temple. She just came without anything. And sometimes if it was her birthday, she would cut her hair. It was a ritual. And every year she would have this ritual of sage, naked, cutting my hair, and listening to my favorite records. And it's like music is it's really hectic. But like singing and music, it's in every culture, it's in every religion to uplift.
True.
And so I found my happiest place was singing, always as a child. So I always wanted to do that, and then I loved singing other people's songs, but I didn't create music for a really long time. And then when I was like 14, 15, my friends would rap, and they would get into these rap ciphers. The first big party, this factory party, warehouse party that I went to, there's all these guys crowding around a circle, and it's like it's moving. There's an energy. They're all responding to the energy, right? And it was like, and I was like, what's going on? Who's in the circle? And I looked, no one was in the circle. They were just one person there. They were rapping, and the energy was going into the circle, and it's like they were breathing it in and breathing it out, and it was like, it was great. And I really wanted to sing, and I was like, I don't know when to sing, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, something, for the first time, I used to sing other people's songs all the time. Something actually moved through me, and I just sang, no words, just like da da da, whatever it was. And we were communicating in a way that I had never communicated. They don't teach you that in school. You're receptive to somebody else's energy.
Spark
something. That was deep. And that
very deep.
Is when I really fell in love at a deeper level with hip hop, with the movement of rhythm, of responding to other people's energy, of singing into that sacred space. And I don't find that a lot of mediums, a lot of you do find it in anything. I'm not saying you have to rap, you have to leave your job and find. No, you have to have balance. But
facts.
I haven't. My experience is that I haven't found it in a lot of other types of music. Yes, in jazz, they are connecting in different. But for me, there's no right or wrong. It's experience. But for me, it hit me hard, and and I can listen to jazz music. I love certain things, but if there's a good song that comes on, I will start dancing, and I get emotional. And now it's like I love my mom so much because I'm like, I get it now.
Understand it,
I do that too. Now I'm the one butt naked listening to it. 2 o'clock in the morning, cutting my hair off.
The cutting your hair off, that is intense.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like you shed the layers and music helps you to do
symbolic.
that.
That's
symbolic.
a good point.
Yeah.
Man, that's so deep. I love how you said how you had that breathing analogy for the sacred. So like how everyone like breathes it in, breathes it. I've never heard that before. The way you said that, I don't know, activated something in me. That was dope. That's a good way to see it.
When you hear people rap, they are moving
in
with
and
that
out.
rhythm, and it's like it's fluctuating, whatever that is. And it's like you can't just stand still and kind of listen to good music. You got to respond to it as well because it's hitting you on every level.
Exactly.
You know, it's like energy is it moves.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it's so true. It's like even like when they do like the dance battles and stuff, it's like the same type of energy, just expressing the dance form. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's just but I understand what you say about hip hop, how it like pierces differently. I don't know how to explain it. But it like comes, I don't know, it just comes through, so like just straight, it just breaks all the barriers and goes straight to that place.
I think it's the rhythm thing because that is our first. I had this discussion with Juan. Yeah. Because my partner's a drummer. And he was like, drumming is our first language. I was like, no. He was like, oh, no, whatever it is. It was before words. It's like, no, it's rhythm. And I'm like, I agree now. Like,
facts.
It's rhythm. We use that to communicate. And so rap, beyond the beat, that's with rap, because you get that with the beat. But then rap is, you don't have to rap in rhythm. It's beautiful when you don't sometimes. It's about what you're saying. But when someone is rapping with rhythm and you feel it, you are just like every word, the last word of whatever the point is, the exclamation point that they want to say, it's that last song, you know, and then some.
Yes.
And it's like, you know, it's like it makes you, it resonates. Yeah. You know, it's like the crash symbol of, you know, of words.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's like all the greats do that so well. Like you said, the exclamation point at the end. Yeah. Like for me, it was like Nas. Sorry, Nas was that. Nas was that for me. Do you know what I mean? And like Gangstar, Guru, he was that for me.
Yes.
Like they just hit those points, and I'm just like, oh, it's just like it unlocks so much. Yeah. You know, and they know. Yeah. It's just like you can learn so much. I learned so much from rap, like more than I did in school.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I would say so. Me too.
Literally.
Yeah, I learned life skills.
Life skills, exactly. Yeah. That's it. And it's just like, wow, imagine if I was, and which I was during my whole schooling, I was just listening to rap. Yeah. So if I wasn't, you know, doing schoolwork, getting indoctrinated in the bullshit, I'd have rap playing in my ears.
Something real.
And that was actually the education. Yeah. So it's so trippy. I was going to school and I actually was getting education. Yeah. But I didn't realize it was through my iPod fucking Nano back then.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that was given it to me. Literally.
Oh, yeah. And Tupac's also like, is my love. I
saw you
love, but Tupac is like my love. Yeah, like
I feel
it's like brother love. Like he's like idol love.
You wrote something on that on your page. My mom showed me. That was dope. Yeah. That was heavy.
I love him. He died when I was really young, like 6 or something, and I cried. And because my mom liked Tupac. She didn't like hip hop that much. Well, she did not like it, but I remember she loved his poetry. Okay. And so she had a book of his poetry, and I used to read that, and there's one that I love, maybe read it later. So I knew him from that, and then it was when I was older, I started to get into his hip-hop and his message, and I put him up there above a lot of other rappers, because he was so, you know, he's raised by his mother, Afeni Shakur. She's part of the Black Panthers movement.
That's right.
And so he was really, and his name, Tupac Amaru Shakur, here I go. Going on
please, let's go.
Okay, dive in. Open a bag of words.
Let me learn some more about rap.
So like Tupac Amaru Shakur is named after a Peruvian war chief. Okay. And, you know, who was fighting against the Spanish. So he has that energy. You know, it's like he's named after someone that was fighting against, and he grew into that person as well in his own right. So he has this double whammy energy. Yeah. You know, I love Biggie. I get down with Biggie in some of like, I like the way he raps and flows. I don't always get down. Yeah, crazy. His tone, you know, I really get down with that. It's great.
But Pac was more conscious, I feel.
Yeah. You know, Biggie's not always talking about giving the best messages to young people, right? And sometimes he is. And it's like, this is what I was able to do. But, you know, Tupac, he's done so many, I could talk about him like he's still here, because he is.
His music, like the music's alive.
Yeah, and he says that he's like, you know, I might not be the person that changes the world, but I can guarantee you, he said,
sparked it.
Yeah, he sparked the brain that will, and it's true. And he's inspired, you know, Anderson .Paak and you know, so many people it's about whatever your creative thing is, it's feeding you. It's really important. That's what is lacking again in our society. But then at a deeper level later, you learn how to make somebody else also feel that same sense of freedom that you have. You know, that is the thing with creativity, is that it feeds you, but then eventually you want someone else to be like, oh yeah, I felt that. I got to do that for myself. Yeah, you can't always dance alone, you know.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah. So Tupac also, he's like, yeah.
Is that your number one?
Oh, he's my number one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's hard. I love them in
it's
different
so hard
ways,
to do it. Yeah.
But he's the one that I, you know, like that has moved me the most. I would say. Yeah.
Do you want to read the?
Yeah. I do.
Why not? Since we're on the topic, I think it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So he has this beautiful poem in his book of poetry, which I love.
So he's got a book of poetry.
Yes.
I had no idea.
That's to get you for our birthday.
Hey.
So in this book, I'll just show you.
Yeah.
He's written. He didn't actually make the book.
He's writing.
It's just his own pages.
Yeah.
He's got one to Jada Pinkett Smith.
I've seen that somewhere.
Jamila, because it was close.
Oh,
hey, you see me? So
6-year-old Jamila.
It's about me. Yeah, so he's written it himself, and then they found it later, and I think his mother approved to write it into a book, which is beautiful. So it's actually in his own writing. And when he says "I," referring to himself, he draws a picture of an eyeball.
Oh, he was doing that?
Yeah, which I love, you know.
Yeah.
So that's great. So it's called "In the Depths of Solitude." Dedicated to me, like dedicated to himself. He's written a poem to himself. That's deep, man. That's deep. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. That's like a real inward journey, which is why I love meditation.
Yes.
And so he says, I exist in the depths of solitude, pondering my true goal, trying to find peace of mind and still preserve my soul. Oof. Constantly yearning to be accepted, and from all receive respect, never compromising, but sometimes risky, and that is my only regret. A young heart with an old soul, how can there be peace? How can I be in the depths of solitude when there are two inside of me? This duo within me causes the perfect opportunity to learn and live twice as fast as those who accept simplicity. Like, brother was deep.
Brother was deep.
He was deep. I think he was deeper than, because I think when you're so deep and you're channeling so much, and you've seen so much pain,
takes a toll.
Change, and you've seen pain, and you know, and also a lot of the things that happened to him, police brutality. You rage against the system, rightly so.
Of course.
But I think that's why his life ended so soon. And he tried. He knew he was going. So he really tried to get a lot of stuff out.
Literally.
Because he was just so. He had a big antenna. You know, he had it, and things were moving through him, and he just wanted to get it all out. You know, and he died at like 25.
So young.
So young.
But like lived a full life.
Did a lot.
At 25.
Yeah, that's right. Because he wanted to. His full expression was creativity and, you know, reaching that higher elevation.
Yeah.
You know, the supreme force that moves us all through dance, through whatever it is. You know, like, have you seen people just dance and they are just, they're just going for it. You know, break dancing. Look at me to turn my
let's go.
jellyfish off. So I'm like, but you know,
but I feel you. The supreme, like you said,
there is something moving through them that is you can see it, and sometimes you don't have to understand it through words, but as long as you feel it.
I love how you said that. You don't have to like understand it, because we're like taught to understand give everything a label to understand it, through a word, through this. But sometimes, like you said, it's just a feeling.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? You just feel something.
Just feel something. Some people, they get down on classical music.
Yeah.
You know, and it's beautiful. I did ballet for years also.
Oh,
so
wow.
So there are certain parts of classical music where there's more space and there is a lot of craft, or whatever it is that speaks through you. Follow that. You know, because that's where, you know, you've got to disconnect to reconnect.
I love that one. Like, I've seen that.
It's
I've heard
so
that.
true,
it's so
right?
True.
You've got to disconnect from all the other stuff that's distracting you from, you know, like you say in your beautiful song that everyone's going to hear, step into your greatness. You know, what is preventing you from doing that? And what do you need to, and I'm not saying that people need to, like, you know, some people take drastic measures to go do that. You don't have to do that. You know, you can still honor your values. You want to have a roof over your head, provide for your family, keep your job. That's fine, you know, but make sure that you are still
doing that,
preserving your essence and going and doing a painting class, going for a hike, whatever it is that needs to get you back.
Yes.
Follow that. There's so many times that I wish I had done more of this, or more of that, or whatever, you know, because that's what's filling up the tank.
Literally,
you know,
that's
we're
the
running
force
on
that's
low
moving
energy.
all of it.
Yes, we're living low frequency vibration. A lot of people are. You can feel it. You step into. I used to do like corporate yoga.
Yeah, what was that like? That would be that'd be
nasty ass shit.
I can imagine.
That was bad.
Yeah.
You know, like you walk in and you can't judge people when they come to class. Also, I shouldn't, but I did. I shouldn't, but I did. I felt that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But people come to a class and they're dealing with whatever they're dealing with. That's why they're there. You know, they don't have to smile. That's not what it's about. You know, your class is for you. I'm here to guide you. You know, but it's not so much what they said or didn't say, or smiled or didn't smile, but it's the energy I would receive going into an environment, or if you've worked at a place you don't like, you pick up on that energy. You become, you are who you hang with. That's real. You know, you assimilate
to that energy,
into the energy.
What you consume, because the people around you, you're consuming their energy. You don't just consume what you eat, but like people you're around, everything, what you see, what you listen to,
rubs off.
It rubs off heavy. I know that, especially like with the workplace one.
Oh yeah, the workplace.
I used to work in a place that was like very corporate and stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't really, it like sticks to you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you go home.
Yeah.
And you don't even realize that you start projecting on your own family members and stuff, things that like not even you. And then like it takes you a step back to realize like, wait a second, whoa.
It's like the Matrix. Hello, Mr. Anderson. They're all around. They're on the walls.
But that movie, that is too much.
I know you like that too.
Oh god.
Actually.
Let's go. Let's dive. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
I'm not even.
Follow the white rabbit. Shit.
That movie.
Yeah.
There are so many references to like the Bhagavad Gita, right? Which is an old yoga book about there's this guy Arjuna, and he is in this big war against his family members, his society, right?
Yeah.
Person comes down, Krishna, it's like, you're the one, you're the chosen one. You have to do all this stuff. It's an inward journey, all these chapters of things that he has to face about himself. He's living in a society. It's the Matrix.
It's the Matrix.
And I'm just like, you done stole that idea, but they made it good, though.
Yeah.
I love the movie. I think it's great. There are so many quotes, and then there's the oracle and all the Poe quotes. The spoon. There is no spoon.
Did you have to study it at school?
No, I didn't have to study
Bro,
it.
get this.
Might as well.
We had to study.
Did you?
1984. What's happening right now?
Oh my, yes, that's right.
The Matrix.
Oh man.
And I remember like, and the lady that was teaching us, we used to call her the gypsy.
Oh.
Because she was so like, we didn't like her, but now I like look back and I'm just like, hang on a minute, she was trying to break us out of something.
She's trying to break you out.
Literally.
She was
weird as well.
Yes.
Weird.
Yeah.
Now she seems so normal to me.
Yeah.
But I remember she just like be saying, she'd even break down the name Neo and be like, if you spell Neo like this, it means the one, and they call him the one because Neo Neo.
Oh my God.
Like she was that deep. And I remember I wasn't ready for it back then. I'm like, whatever. None of us were ready for it. But now I look back, I'm like, what are the odds that we started? We had to literally break down.
You go to a Steiner school?
No, we went just to Rose Bay up here. Literally a public school. And we broke it down.
Yeah.
We like everything. And now I'm like, I wish I kept the notes because we broke down so much stuff with that movie. And I was just
amazing.
like, what are the odds that The Matrix in 1984 is what we studied? Like what we had to break apart.
That's a really good teacher. And actually a lot of the reason why I got into Tupac 2 with that post was about, yes, my mum loved her poetry, his poetry. Yeah. But also I had a teacher, and she was very out there too. And she wasn't out there, but she was, compared to everyone else, she was out there.
Yeah.
You know, she was eccentric. She had this big folder with Muhammad Ali and his face on it, and I thought she was wild. Like, this lady's hilarious. Yeah. But she made us study a lot of rap and stuff like that.
Wow.
And movies have changed, and it's great that education. I love to hear that because sometimes, you know, the system is flawed in many ways. It's getting better. Yeah. You know, good change takes a long time.
Slow
change, yeah.
Slow but steady.
It's nice that there are some people out there that are still wanting to influence the system.
Exactly.
Back to...
These teachers like that, it's funny how, like, you look at them
Yes.
Like when you're when you're a kid and they're just crazy.
Yeah.
And then you get older, you're like, they just misunderstood.
Yeah, they just
Because if people look at me like
Yes.
that, they think I'm crazy as well. Do you know
that's
what I mean?
right.
Like, so it's just interesting. It's funny, I met a kid that goes to my school, my old school, and I was asking him about that teacher. He's like, yeah, she's crazy, man. We got her fired. I'm like, what? I'm like, no. And they're like, yeah, she gave us too much homework. She was too, like, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn.
Oh, you're going to regret that.
I'm like, damn, if only you knew, bro. But he's too young to understand. Like, he's 8, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. They're just wanting to be rebel without a cause.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
literally. Yeah, I don't know.
Hello, if you're listening.
Who knows? You never know. Shout out.
Shout out.
It'll come to me.
Yeah.
It'll come to me. But I did Tupac. I did, what's the movie? Juice, I think it was. Because I did drama.
Yeah.
Only because I just didn't want to do any schoolwork. And I did the part. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about him either. And I remember practicing it. I practiced it with my sister, like, at home. And I was so confident, like, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? I get there and I just melt, bro. I didn't say it with any of the, I literally said it like I was just like, oh.
Yeah. It's hard when that's energy too, right? It's like you can be totally fine doing something, and that is the beautiful thing about being a musician, you know, about whatever it is your medium is that you have so much force within you that, you know, we're getting all Star Wars on us.
We can get into that as well.
We get into that too. It's just like, oh man. But when you step on stage, you receive the energy because they're nervous for you.
Yes. Oh,
that's what happens.
I like how you said that. They're nervous for you.
You can feel it because they don't know how you're going to be.
Oh, so that's part of the nerves as well then. Yes. That's a good point.
Because they're judging you too. Well, they're nervous for you, but they are waiting for that first, give them any hint of doubt. And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's beautiful to be. If I see someone that's vulnerable on stage, I'll be that random person like, yeah, you go there, you're fine.
I love it. I love it.
You know, because a lot of the time we are so much greater than
what's in
the whispers of our mind. We're so much greater. It's like when you learn to get past that, a lot of the time you get past it with creative expression. That's why I'm going deep into that in this session. Is because whatever's happening up there is talking to whatever's happening in your spirit down there, and it alchemizes in the heart. It comes halfway.
Let's go, Jamila. Break it down.
Lucky I am.
The Star Wars fans, I love it. I love that.
Start to breathe into.
I love that.
The heart, or pour out of the heart, whatever it is you do. Even when I'm singing, I can get really in my head. And then if I'm trying to bring too much spirit, I don't have any structure. But if I even by a thought imagine that I'm singing from, or it's flowing out from here, I lift naturally. I'm elevated. There is an extension. There is something that is, and you walk different. I had a friend, her name is Mere, and we used to talk so much about the way that she would walk. And, you know, everyone's like, oh, you know, Mere, like she's just got the best posture. And we said it, we've always laughed about it, not at her, but like with her. And she goes, I'm just leading with my heart.
I like that.
It's like, whoa, you start singing with the heart, you do anything with heart. Yeah, exactly. It's just, you're broad, you're open to receive, and you're really, you know, it reaffirms whatever it is you're trying to do, it comes from here. Deep.
With your heart.
Yeah, you gotta lead with your heart. And that's what happens when you go on stage, like you're saying, with this acting. When you did that, I've done that. I studied acting. And I'd be like so ready to do something. I go out and say, I'm jelly. And I was like, everyone's watching me. Yes. And my head would be like, yeah, they are watching me. And my spirit would be like, it doesn't matter anyway. So there was a disconnect.
Conflict, It's like what Puck was saying in that.
That's right.
In that poem.
Oh, that's right. It's
the
duality of the lives that we lead. You know, it's a hard one.
But I like how you said you need the structure. Was that what you said?
Yes.
So do you feel like the mind creates that structure? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and it's funny because I actually got my birth chart read. You got
yours.
Did it? Yes. And
from
I was
the
like,
lady?
No, I did it from another lady that I've been following for a while. And I've been wanting to do it for a long time.
It's crazy.
And you told me yours, and I was like, that's my sign. Yeah, I'm checking it. And she just knew everything about me, and I felt really seen. So when I was like, like, can you tell me why I have a blanket over my head? Like, she just knew. Not that she cared, but it was like, it's very revealing. But back to structure, she's like, you know, with me, I have that duality as well. I think it's Aquarian thing, where air signs, and so we can get really lost and swept up in the air of potential. We can see things, opportunities that other people can't see sometimes. We are the best. But we can get really, that's it. We can get lost up there. And I've got my Virgo in some sign, I can't remember, but she's like, structure of the mind is really important. Yeah. Because you can't just, like what I'm saying is that leading with the heart is great. Disconnecting from the mind is great, but it's still a beautiful thing. Yeah, it plays its part. It plays its role. It's like two sides of the same coin. You've got to use it in the right ways to build something magnificent. You've got to have fully aligned through all of the things, really. It's like, I'm using this, and nothing is overshadowing anything else. It takes practice. I'm not saying of course. That I'm there
mastery,
anything,
100%.
You be aware of it at least.
I love that. It's so true. It's, because I've had moments where I'm just like, no, I'm going to leave with the heart. Yes. All the time, in every aspect. And then you realize you can't. Sometimes in this society, like especially in like the environment that we're in, if you leave with your heart all the time, people are gonna stomp on it. People are gonna leech and take advantage. That's right. So like you said, you do have to have that like mind as well. Like have it all sync, like you said, balance, right? Have it all like aligned, but balance, where it's just like not too much of one, not too much of the other.
Oh, totally.
But practice, man. It takes
effort, and I think that's the hardest thing, is that we encounter a lot of emotional pain sometimes when we realize some of the things that need to come through and need to be seen from the heart and from the mind. We're analytical by nature. It's why we are the reason we're here. We analyze, we build things, and so we have to also analyze different parts of our lives. And I think and it's a really
confronting.
It's confronting. It's why a lot of people don't like meditation.
True.
They don't like it because it's like, it's not for me. I've got too much mind stuff. It's like, that's the problem.
Yeah, you need
it's not the problem, but that's the whole point of what you're doing. It's not to get above your thoughts. It's just to be aware of what's going on.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's not like Yoda. No one's like Yoda. There is only one Yoda.
Only one Yoda.
We can't try to duplicate him.
You can't duplicate Yoda.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that, creativity. One of the things I wanted to mention, there's a beautiful a man called Osho, and he writes books, and he does it's fantastic. He says creativity is the fragrance of individual freedom. I love that. It's the fragrance of your essence, of your spirit, and that is so much of what we've lost, is that we can't be still in our own minds, because we are able to see all the ways in which we're disconnected. And it's like it's too much effort to repair, to put things back together again. Because we have to essentially lead different lives. And we're comfortable a lot of the time. We're comfortable with where we're at and what we're doing, but it's not sustainable. This way of life. It is not. That's why it comes through with ailments, disease, viruses, mental illness, big one, because we are trying to find ways to connect in external ways. It's all here. You got to connect internally. Where is your disconnect coming from? Your heart, your sorrow, you've got depression, you've got pain. What's missing? What part of the jigsaw do you need to put back together again? What do you miss? What I love about children, there are some nutcase children, expressive children, but they're just living their own life, untainted. A lot
they
of
haven't
the time.
been touched by all society's bullshit
That's
yet.
it. They're just like, I want to paint, Sam. I want to paint on the walls. I know you can't paint on the walls. Why? It's like, because it's a wall.
True.
Like, I just want to do whatever I want to do. I just want to let
that purity's still there.
It's all natural. It's true. Organic, and children are our greatest teacher.
Facts.
So that's why it's part of creativity. It's part of that giving back to younger, or it doesn't matter who, as long as it's as long as it's moving.
Movement. As long as it's flowing. It can't be stagnant. Once it's stagnant, that's when all the everything arises. It's so true.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's why in our society, there's just so much mental illness and depression, and it's not to say if you're going through something, if someone's listening and they're going through something, it's not a bad thing. It's just a temporary experience. It's like, oh God, they're talking about it in a really negative way. I'm fucked up. No, you're not fucked up. The people that are pretending to be normal and happy all the time, they're fucked up.
Facts.
It's like, you've got to be real. You're going through something. Own it.
Real with yourself.
Own it. And sometimes it doesn't mean I'm going to get myself out of this funk. Sometimes you have to go through it too. Like a lot of people, if you're upset, don't be sad. Don't be upset. It's fine.
You gotta be.
They sweep it under the rug. It's like,
Nah.
you've got to be stronger. You've got to be stronger. And a lot of times, but sometimes you've got to, like I was saying, sometimes you've got to be vulnerable.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to sit with the sorrow so that you can really see the full spectrum of what's going on. It's going to be different for all of us. Therapy's great. I tell everyone, go see a psychologist.
Yeah.
We need that in our society. We need
to
normalcy.
normalize it. Yes.
Yeah. It needs to be normal to go and speak to someone.
Communicate about it.
Yeah, just to get some direction. You speak to your friends about stuff. Your friends have always got your back, but
you want someone objective.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. They always want what they think you want. Sometimes, some of my best friends will give me advice because they don't want to hurt my feelings. It's like, oh well, if you're happy doing this, I think you should do it. Like, maybe that's not
what you need in that moment.
Yeah, I need someone that's going to be like, you're being stupid.
Yeah.
Get back in that or whatever. Like, push your buttons a little bit, and it reveals the psychology of how you respond to something. Sometimes you get angry when you know something is right because it's like really deep down you're pissed off that it's true and you haven't actioned it yet.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
The anger is like a trigger, right? The triggers, someone said it on the podcast, but it's like your triggers show you what you need to heal or something like that, or you need to work on or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's just like it's trying to point to that, like there's something there. Go towards that.
Exactly. Go towards the reasons why, because it will reveal, and that's why meditation is great because a girlfriend of mine, she's fantastic with writing, she's a meditation teacher, her name's Lara. And
shout out to Lara.
Shout out to Lara Zilibowitz. And she said silent is the anagram of listen. You scramble the letters around and they like Neo and one. Anagrams up in here. Yeah, and
that
I was
one got me.
Yeah, that she hit me. I was in meditation and I took my eyes open.
That's crazy.
I was awakened by that, and she was like, and it's so true. And I expanded on that idea in my meditations of letting the silence reveal the answers. It's true. You sit down, it doesn't matter what God you worship, whatever it is, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, they're all beautiful. They're all speaking about love, and it's through prayer, silence, affirmation. You sit with yourself for long enough, you're going to know what you need to work on, what you're really upset about, how you really feel about something.
What's your true voice and all that.
And if it's causing a lot of conflict, inner conflict, you speak to the ones that you love, your family members. You go and see a psychologist because they're beautiful. They've dedicated a lot of their whole time. That's their expression.
True.
It's creative.
Yeah.
You're putting people back together again. That's totally creative.
Deep, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So that in itself, I love. It's like, it's a journey. It's a journey.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm still on that silence.
I know.
Like that is crazy.
Oh yeah.
I love that stuff when words are broken down like that. That gets me going. That's my thing.
Because it's like the opposite.
Yeah.
And silence can be loud, my friend. Silence can be loud.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, there's sounds in silence. I write that in one of my tracks as well. There's literally like when you're silent, it's just like there's all these things coming through. You're like, what?
Yes.
And it's like the more you practice it, like you said, then like it's less wavy, like the less.
You get, it's practice, isn't it? You're getting familiar with listening, I think, and so your mind is able to focus on something like your breath. And your breath is like your anchor through the sometimes shitstorm of whatever you're going through. It's like you've got your anchor, which is your breath. You come back to that.
It's the anchor.
It's true, because that's the only thing that can really hold you down. If someone's dealing with trauma, anxiety, even myself, if I'm in an argument, or sometimes if I'm really excited about a song, I'm just like,
the breath.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm gonna pass out. The breath is I think the most sacred thing that we have, and it's
a life force. Facts.
That's it. It's pranayama. Prana means life. Yama means to extend your life force.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, we got the Jedi up in here.
Jedi mind tricks out here. She put it on me. That's crazy.
Strong with this one.
Let's go. Oh wow.
So it's true. The breath is something there's a lot of yoga classes, there's a lot of meditation classes, and they weave breath work in there, but it should be a solid thing.
Just for itself.
Yeah.
Because it's own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you can extend on that. And I love talking about Nas again, actually, with breath work.
Okay.
I love one of his songs, It Ain't Hard to Tell. And he goes, I excel, then prevail. And then he says something about the breath.
Oh, like exhale.
Yeah, no, he says, I excel and then prevail. But then he said, moving through Buddha with righteous breath or something. He talks about the breath a lot in that song. I should have gotten the lyrics. But the amount of times he is talking to breath work, of breathing something in and steady and quite, like, he got me on that. It ain't hard to tell. It ain't hard to tell. Like, it's, Nas really also opened up that connection of spirituality and hip-hop. That's my, there is a deep undercurrent there.
Huge.
That is, and
that that made me awaken, literally, hip-hop.
Oh, totally. And some people they understand their creativity and what it is, but they can get really lost in the beauty of it, and they can go to the dark side. I just keep wanting to go back to Star Wars.
Keep it going, because that's how people are going to relate.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, again, like two sides of the same coin. You can go either way with your creativity, with your love, with whatever it is. It's, you have to choose the way in which you keep it moving, which direction you want to move it to.
Yeah. And
that's what I love about rap, is that you see the parallel, and it's like the people that rap about things that are dark doesn't mean that they're necessarily dark, but they are definitely shining a light
on what is
dark, on those shadows, and then there's
tapping into that energy.
And there's like Dead Prez song Dancing with the Devil.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Whoa.
That one.
But that, well, man, see,
it's a lot.
It's a lot to take in, man, and it's like, for people that don't know, caution, trigger warning, there are some heavy things they talk about.
So good.
Yeah, they talk about rape and bloodshed. It's told from a point of view of, like, it's actually happening like a story, so trigger warning before you listen to it.
Yeah.
But it's a powerful song, and that's what makes it great. And I remember my mom heard me listening to it. It's like, what are you, this is like, not in our house. Are you alright? Do you need help? And I was like, Mom, it's powerful. It's like, it's like I said, it's a political movement. This is what's happening in cultures. And, this is just happening in America. It's a third world country, and not a third world country. It's a first world country.
And it's happening.
And it's happening. And so it highlights so many issues, and South American rappers, and they're able to uplift their community. So that people are like, this is what's happening in our neighborhood. And some people will either be like, yeah, it's happening in our neighborhood. Yeah, I get down like that. Yeah. Or some people are like, yeah, no, I want more.
Yeah, we got to change it.
Got to change it. It's like how you receive that creativity.
You're going to alchemize that energy.
Yeah, that's right. It's like it either fosters the negativity in you, because you can sew down on the gangster part of it. But what is it to really be a gangster? It's like, what are you representing? Essentially. And you can take that to anyone. You work in an office, who are you? What are you representing?
That's a big question.
Who are you?
That's the biggest question.
Like, hello, my name is Fred. Sorry if anyone's name is Fred. It's the first name I thought of. My name is Fred, and I'm in advertising. Who are you, though, Fred? What is beneath the surface of Fred? Why do you even have a name? Like, what do you love, Fred? Whatever.
That gets those questions start shifting things in people.
Yeah, that's right. And so
forces them to question.
Yes, that's right. So I think what I'd like to say to people is that you can, like me, I listen to music, I receive it. It's great to receive it, but it's also amazing to be a part of it.
Yes.
So you receive all the stuff that you need that uplifts you, and then find a way to actually be a part of something too. Then that's a whole different ball game. That's like, I like watching the NBA. I love it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm loving like, woo. And I pretend like I'm like, yeah. Like, go to put something in the mirror. I'm like, woo.
Kobe. Yeah.
That's
right. In power. Yeah.
But then when you actually, like, I bought a ball recently. And, and I got like a matching. It's gonna look ridiculous. I'm on the court. Like, she must be watching NBA. I've got a matching ball with this.
Oh, really? A Brooklyn.
Yes, this is number 11.
Put on the table.
Yeah, that's right. Kari's probably like blocked me on all social channels. She's gonna kill me. Like, but I got this ball.
Yeah.
And it was great because, like, I love to receive the beauty, poetry, and motion of what I'm watching, right? But then when you go out and then you tap into that, and then and it's all kinds of stuff and moving through you, and the body is like, it's a canvas for experience. We're in this vessel of experience. Make sure you're experiencing something that's worthwhile, because if you don't, what do you have? It's like you're just... it's a sad way to live sometimes when you're neglecting your body of experience.
Yeah,
real
neglecting
experience.
your body of experience. Damn,
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
true though, right?
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, oh, I haven't felt like this in so long. I love it when people are like that. It's like going on a roller coaster again.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's I've got a really close friend of mine that went to do a course, and she hadn't done anything for herself in a really long time.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful to watch her face light up doing this course. You know, she's like, oh my God, I'm really nervous. I'm nervous. It's like, you're nervous because it's like, nervous is not always negative.
Oh,
nervous is
yeah.
excited.
It just means it's excited or you care.
Yeah, you
That's
care.
what I learned. It's
That's
something.
right.
Yeah,
you care enough about something.
Exactly, to
That's
get
right.
nervous. So I noticed. Because I'll be nervous when I'm performing. I'm like, I'm prepared. I'm ready. Like, these lyrics, I made them myself. Why am I nervous?
Yeah,
it's just like, because I care.
Yeah, that's
because I want to push it out the right way.
Yes.
I mean, I want everyone to resonate with it. Like, I want to do my best.
Yeah.
That's why the nerves are there.
Hard.
And that's the best way of understanding it for me. I was like, it was a game changer. I'm like, because you care. And it changes it. Because then it becomes fuel. Because then you use it as like, okay, this is something good. I mean, it's like that trigger. It's like, okay, I'm here for a reason. This is,
See, you got it. You received it. You received it. You took it in. You changed it. You scrambled about. You transformed it, transmuted it into, that's what the introspection is about.
Transmuting.
That's right. You've got to see what's into your field of awareness, what's going on. What don't you like? How can I not just banish it, but use it? Use the nerves to see the greatness in it. That's what you've done. It's like, the nerves are there. It's going to feel the same. If it was negative or positive, nerves are nerves.
That's a fact.
You know, but it's like, I'm going to see the beauty in the nerves. That's hard too. It's like, I've got to open the wound. Where's the beauty in that? You know? It's like, I got blood. Beautiful. Thank God my blood ain't, like God knows was green or something. But we have to learn to see the beauty in things that sometimes are out of our control. You can do a lot of breath work to be nervous. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes you just have to surrender to that, and I've done lots of breathwork training, obviously with yoga and meditation. Sometimes I still get up to do something and something will happen. I'm like, ooh, who's that? Get out. You're not invited in here. And you do all the techniques and sometimes they don't work. And it's
this is coming from someone that...
sometimes it's just too strong. You have to surrender to it. And so that's what I mean by you have to go through stuff sometimes. You can't always fight. Can't always be, the King Jedi or whatever. Sometimes you have to just be like, it is what it is. Things happen that are out of our control a lot of the time. And that's why people get depressed. And we're born into other people's storylines too. So like talking about ancestral trauma or whatever, like sometimes we are the product of environments that we've been raised into. But the most important thing is sometimes things don't work the way you want them to work because we're born into, like I'm saying, other people's storylines. But you have to continuously know that you are the poet, you're the author, you're the conductor to your greatness. You are the one now writing your own story in every moment. In every moment of the day, every present moment, it's an opportunity for you to rewrite the things that haven't served you. Oh, the bad things that have happened to me. People are like, would you take something back? No way. No way. There's some things that are like, this fucking shit when that happened. But I'm like, it taught me so much. There's a silver lining to everything. So many silver linings
and all these. We just attach the bad.
We attach the bad. It was bad, but like I learned from. I'll never do that again.
Facts.
Or I'm stronger because of this. We're here. You welcome every part of yourself into every.
I love how you say that. Yeah, welcome every part.
You have to, because then you can't. Essentially, you'd be a different person then. I'm going to be this and that. It's like, well, maybe you can't. You're not ready to do that yet. What do you need to do? But as long as you're able to move through the trauma sometimes of your being, we all have shit. We all have baggage, and the best thing to help heal it, I think, in my experience, is creativity. Write it out, journal, draw, paint. Go do jujitsu, whatever you need
push
to
that
do.
Energy out.
It's everything is creative. I mean, it's the force of nature. Nature is creative. Everything is in a cycle of, birth, death, rebirth, everything. You know, and it's like there's this Shiva statue, Shiva, which is dancing in this cosmic wheel of fire called Samskara.
Whoa, okay.
And Samskara, you'll see it sometimes. And they call Nadarajasana, the heart dancer.
Okay.
And so it taps into your heart and it expands it, and you're able to dance. It's the creative force of the universe.
Wow.
Is within this Shiva, right? So that you're able to dance through your samskara is your cycles of habits, change, things that you're just, you have to learn something.
Yeah.
If you don't learn something, it'll show up until you learn it.
Yes.
That's true.
Or repeat. That is so true.
I've
noticed that. You notice it as well. You're like, fuck, this happened.
Again.
Yeah, it's just a different character in it or something. Or like,
Totally. It's like you didn't learn your lesson the first time. So you gotta learn until you properly pass
that level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the creative force of the universe.
Yeah.
Is change. Everything is being born and going through and dying. It's not negative. Dying, it's beautiful. Because you're stepping into another field that you haven't. We don't even know what's next. I can't wait to die.
I love what you're saying.
We don't know.
Yeah, we just they gave us death like it's such a negative.
Yes,
like
it's
a
part
negative
of the
thing.
cycle of change.
Yeah.
It is part of creation, creativity. So you don't know what you're doing at the moment. You're confused. Get creative. Figure it out. Rebirth your higher self, your vision, whatever it is you need. You find it guaranteed through creativity. Because like some people, I can't stand when I say this. I'm not a creative person. I'm like, well, you're alive, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
there you go.
You're born. You were created. You made breakfast this morning.
True.
You're a chef.
Yeah. You put on your clothes, like you made them match, or you put on both socks. There you go. That's creative as well. Yeah.
Look at me. Got no shoes on. I'm struggling.
Grounding out here. Yeah.
But some people, like, it's hard to, we think all the things we can't do. Look at all the things that we have done in our life. Gratitude, another one.
Shifting that focus.
Yeah.
It's from lack to gratitude.
Yeah, that's right. There's so many rappers what have I been listening to lately? I was just talking about it. I can't remember. I'll think about it in a second. The Minstrel Show.
You were telling me about
Little Brother. It's called Little Brother is the group, and it's called The Minstrel Show, and it's so funny and great. Please listen to that. No trigger warning at all. Only trigger warning is that it's for everyone. You might cry and laugh and all kinds of stuff. It's the only trigger. But there's this like gratitude song. They don't call it a gratitude song, but he wakes up one day. And it's like, and even though the sun ain't shining and the birds ain't singing, it's still a beautiful day. And he's talking about all the things that he's grateful for.
Yeah.
And he's like, in one line of the rap, he's like, all the bad things that happened, I'm going to bastardize this rap so badly. But he's like, all the bad things that have happened to me, I wouldn't take them away for a second because it brought me to who I am, And it's like, that's another reason why I love rap is because they convey messages.
Of course.
You take what you need from everything.
Yeah.
But that spoke to me that day because I had some stuff going on. We all do.
As we do.
Like
human experience.
Yeah, that's right. And I was just like, I needed to hear that because I'm like, oh wow, it's like the sun is out.
Yeah, that's it.
There is a bird, and it's like, and it's like Bob Marley. That's thing
exactly
about
what I was thinking the whole time when you were saying that. So I was thinking of Bob Marley's like sun is shining or Three Little Birds.
Yes, Three Little Birds.
Yeah. Because that's
Don't worry about
be happy. Yeah, that's why reggae is my go. Well, Bob Marley's my go-to.
That's right.
Like whenever I need to heal or whenever I'm in a healing phase, it's always Bob Marley. That just gets me through everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Music.
Literally, it's just like so. Yeah, reggae is probably there actually as well for me.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
yeah, I put it there.
I put it there too
because it's got that rhythm too and the lyrical side. Do you know what I mean? And it's more like it's very just uplifting. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. I love Bob Marley.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
even
I was
like
so hard on rap, I forgot about it.
Yeah, we forgot about how good reggae is.
I wanted to get a Tupac tattoo, but then I was like, forget it. I saw a thing of Tupac, and he was like meditating. I was like, what?
Ooh, okay.
I need that. So I was gonna get that there. I was like, what if I get that? Then I had to get like Lauryn Hill, and then next thing you know, I'm like, gonna get Bob Marley. I've got to get Stevie Wonder. I've got to walk in, hey,
like
baby.
Kyrie, gonna have that sleeve.
That's right. But Bob Marley, man.
Dude,
one thing.
That's the GOAT right there. That's my favorite. That's my number one.
Yeah, he is. He's chosen. He is.
Talk about antennas. Like we're talking about pop.
Yes.
Like even when he's performing. Have you seen that? I think it was a Netflix documentary, the Bob Marley one.
Yes.
And he's performing and literally like lightning comes down. Yeah.
Speaking to that.
That guy, he was so, and you can see he gets lost in it. He's just like, or he's just in it. You know what I mean? He's not even lost. He's in it. Yeah. Everyone else is lost. He's in it. You know what I mean?
Totally. He's just so many messages, and I love. He did this one quote. One thing about music: when it hits, you feel no pain. Dead Prez, the group, the rap, they use that too.
Okay.
It's nothing but hip hop. Here, there's this one song, and that's their first line. One thing about music, when it hits you, feel no pain.
Oh,
and then, but then they changed it, which I didn't like. The white folks say it controls your brain. That goes deep too. They're talking about their own answer, which is true. You know, but that's Bob Marley just sparking that a different genre.
Oh, of course,
sparking that hard. You know,
you can even say he started rap. Like he was like one of the forerunners because like he's rapping in a way. Like if you think about it, and if you look at his sons like Damian Marley and stuff, like they asked him like, is this reggae music? Is this rap? He's just like, it's reggae music. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But like Damian Marley sounds like he's rapping the way he does it, how he delivers and stuff. But that's what Bob Marley was doing, just in a different type of I don't know, like tone. But
if you take away I love the music, I would never change it. But if you took it out and then you start put beats on there, you're like, who is
Someone's
this?
gonna do that,
Someone's gonna do that.
MC Bob, man. I hear, man. Oh, that's so true.
Right, and actually it's funny, I think it's Ziggy Marley, there's one song that I love that he does, and it's like on a beach in Hawaii.
Okay.
And it's like on a beach in Hawaii, and I've always loved the song, but I didn't listen to the lyrics that much. I love Hawaii. I always say aloha. You know, just like I was like, you know, inside I want to have a ukulele.
The whole
Hawaiian shirts and my vibe. That and actually Hawaii, Jamaica. Jamaica's my actually. I'm getting way off topic.
No, you're on topic.
When I was in year 7, my mum, hey mama, so mean. I was like having some fit about my year 7 photo. And she changed my name in my year 7. I wish I brought it. She changed my name from Jamila. She wrote Jamaica as a joke. So then, throughout high school, everyone's like, "Hey, Jamaica, what's up on the mo?" I was so upset.
Wild,
that's why I was like, "Cool runnings up in here." Yo, Jamaica, you're dead. I'm like, yeah, man. Like, you know, I got anyway. But so this song, Jamaica is big for me, Hawaii. So I was just loving that the song just had Hawaii in it. So I was like, this song for me. You know, and then he starts talking about Ujjayi breath. It's a breathing technique.
Ujjayi breath, is that the one to know?
It feels like you're like...
It's like the ocean, right?
Yes, it's like the ocean. So when I do it, I have a yoga client. He's like, are you ill, man? What's up with you? So no, it's Ujjayi. I'm teaching you this Ujjayi. It's like your the force. It's like your Darth Vader up in here. That's what it's like, right? No, won't get into how I was going to try and teach it, but that's too much. But you know, he talks about that a lot. So you see, it's like, you know, yogi talking Ujjayi breath. I love that. So you see this curiosity, this openness with music to go and delve and explore. That's
what I love as well. They just drop little seeds, little things for you. Like, they might even dive into it, but just dropping that, like, one word, do you know what I mean? Like, when they say, like, when Nas would, like, reference Kemet, then I'd be like, wait, what is this?
What's it?
And then I go research and I go down my own little rabbit hole, and that lead me to something else, which I'd be then that actually apply to my life, like that next thing it leads me to, and I'm like, okay, that was all like divinely like put for me to get there.
That's speaking to our true nature as human beings. Essence is curiosity. We have got to be, once we stop getting curious about stuff, there's something within us that dies.
There's a quote like that.
Actually, I got it here.
You got it? There we go. Who was it? It's a Tupac quote. Okay.
And he says,
I know this one.
What did he say? Death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside while we're still alive. Stay curious. It's true. Stay curious. And that's like I was saying, like a brooch. It's like you hit it hard at the end. And it's like you have to be open and curious. Sometimes we don't know what's unfolding, and it's terrifying. The exquisite, terrifying awe of the unknown. But it's so beautiful.
It's mystical and shit.
We don't know where we're going. Have you ever gotten lost? Like if you're, you know, like in a different country or city and you get lost, and it's so exciting. You don't know. That's when all the beautiful stuff happens.
That's why people like to travel, literally, because the unknown. You've never been there.
The terrain. It's like you can do that inward journey, the inner landscapes of the spirit. You can get curious there. Outside, inside. Just be open and curious. You know, because we like, I'm living in a box. You put yourself in there, you know, like we put ourselves in boxes, in chains, and we know innately within us, we know what we need to do. Everybody does. We're intuitive by nature. We survey the land. You know, we were like, hunters and gatherers. We were looking out. We still have that in us. We already know what we need to do, but we avoid it because we're always trying to assimilate. We're not meant to be living in these big, there's too much influence going on. It's too much distraction. There's too much opportunity. Opportunity is great, but when there's too much of it, I could be this. I wanted to be a psychologist. I still do.
Yeah, I had that one as well, the psychology.
Yeah, I really wanted to be a psychologist. I really wanted to be a painter. You can do all of those things,
of course,
but make sure you follow, number one, the creative force.
What that is
whatever it is that that is speaking to you. Follow that. That's
I love that. I love how you're saying that, the opportunities, and there's so many. It's like gives you anxiety. Especially like an air sign, I don't know.
We're gone.
It's like 5 all these options.
Yes, that's right. A funny fact, this is not funny at all, but it's hilarious. I don't know why I Googled this or who told me.
Yeah.
They're like the most people that are in mental asylums are Aquarius.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That makes sense to me.
Yes. Because I think we just understand a lot of things.
Yeah.
The human mind is brilliant.
Oh, yeah. And it can
tap into stuff.
It can be dangerous.
It can be terrifying.
Because it can be like,
yeah.
You can let it use you, or you can use it.
Yes.
Once it starts using you, fuck.
Oh, then that's right. That's the terrifying thing, is that, I think whether you're expressing your views on, political statement or religion, whatever it is, we're constantly chasing the source of whatever the root of everything. Exactly. We're chasing meaning, we're chasing answers, and we're born, like I was saying, we're born into storylines of other people's storylines.
Facts.
But we're continuously chasing the source. So why are we here?
Yes.
And like, to be a philosopher back in the day, back in the old day, that was higher than anything.
Yeah, you're right.
They are the ones, they are the master of that curiosity of trying to investigate why we're here. It's like, that's what we've lost. Like, I wanted to study philosophy and psychology, and my mum was like, philosophy, you're not going to make any money from it. I'm like, that is not the point. And that says everything. And I didn't study it. I studied like yoga philosophy, but it was like to be open and curious about whatever it is we're here for. At the end of the day, I think we always come back to love.
Yeah, that's like, I found that's like if you study all these people, like you said, like the OGs of it, like Osho and stuff, it's like it all comes back to that love. I think that's the one. Like,
and you said it on your record, and it blew my damn mind. Yeah, what is it?
We put love is the force of creation. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Oh, that's
You'll hear it later, family.
That's it. Love is the force of creation, and it is true. It's like you love what you do, you create from it with love, and you can feel when someone has said something without love. To speak is creative. Everything is. If they said it without love, it doesn't. It doesn't resonate in the same way. Something is made from love. Look at us. We're here, but from love.
Yes.
Everything is from love.
You're right.
And so to not just make sure whatever it is you're doing, you love it. And if you don't love it, find something you do love, balance that shit out.
Exactly. Because when love's like charged with it,
yes,
then it starts moving.
Oh, then you turn into
that's the Jedi. That's when the Jedi
that's
starts.
A real Jedi mind trick.
That's literally when it starts working.
Yeah, that's right. That's so true. Yeah.
Do we have some more notes?
Oh man, I was looking at it, but we're just going so nice.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh man.
If there's anything like really important, anything that you really want to get out there, because I know you were prepared.
Yeah, but I think we kind of naturally and intuitively, and that's what I
went
love.
Through it all.
I was talking about the thing that drives the universe, creativity.
Definitely is.
No, we don't need that. We're already we're
there. Yeah,
it's
happening organically.
Yeah, it's happening creatively.
Literally. So let's talk about Star Wars since we're on it.
Yes.
Let's talk about because there's so many like things and it's funny because when I first watched Star Wars I didn't really but now that I watch it, the more I watch it, go back, I'm just like, whoa, they really tap into all this stuff, like the Force, right?
Yes.
So we're talking about love as the force of creation, we're just saying. So that's the Force right there that they're always, because like Yoda says that many times.
Yeah.
He points at it all like everything. This is the Force, that is the Force.
Yes.
And it's just like
energy, force, and it's a force of nature, energy. Yeah. They talk into some real. They tap into some real shit. That's why it's brilliant and it's beautiful. It's
and I think that's why
effects.
we all love it, right?
That's why we all love it. Yeah, totally. And it's it's speaking to something like the Jedi mind trick. And there's the rap group Jedi mind tricks. That's why I loved it, because I'm just like, oh man, they're down with Yoda. You know, it's like, it's sick.
They're tapping straight into it.
That's right. You know, because they understood that they have their own Jedi mind tricks, and that's their creative expression. You know, so they're just like, that's their trick, because they're just like, whoa, the Force is strong with this one. And I get that, and I love that. You know, and Star Wars is deep, man. There's so many elements of Star Wars that we face in our society, you know, and a lot of it is, I find, in most stories and in our life is that battle of good and evil, and that's like that Tupac poem. It's like the duo
within himself.
We both have light and dark, you know. Not everyone is pure of heart all the time. And that's the part of us, is that we get curious about stuff. We go and explore things that maybe we shouldn't, but you know, as long as we come back to the light, if you've done things in your past that you're not proud of, that you're ashamed of, I'm like, shit, everyone has, you know. But the thing is that you're not reliving it. You're not there anymore. You're here.
I like I said, don't relive it.
Some people, they carry their shit from years ago. Yes, it hurts and we have pain. We can't always get past it. But you have to have that force, you know, that love force to be like, I'm constantly moving into a new change, a new me, a different experience of the same me, you know, and all that stuff. But Star Wars talks about almost the full spectrum of emotions. It's there, you know. They have to they test themselves out, the good and the bad, you know, and they get, you know, like, and Darth Vader, I was so upset about that, because I felt for him. He's evil as shit, but he's not. You know, he did everything that was bad from love.
That's the deep thing about it. When you look at it, it's like, wait a second, he was doing it all from love and fear of
losing that love. Poor thing, when you realize that, you're like, oh,
it ain't as bad. He ain't as dark as you think.
It's not as dark. And sometimes we do things that are to chase that love. Sometimes that love is not sustainable, and it leads us to fucked up places. You know, whatever. But you know, sometimes we don't know. We test our boundaries a lot. We test our boundaries, you know, as long as we hold accountability within ourselves to be like, I acknowledge now that wasn't good what I did, and I'm accountable, and then you release a lot of that trauma, because you're like, if you were to go on with life and not take accountability to like, that happened in the past is in the past, you have to be like, you know, I did that, I fucked up, but that's not me anymore. I'm not that person anymore. But you know, Darth Vader didn't get there. Bless his black heart. It's like, like, I'm sorry, but so that busted me up watching that, because I felt really like I didn't know how to feel. You know, it was like, oh man,
so many layers to that one.
So many layers to that one. Yeah, it's amazing. And Yoda just being the
ultimate guru.
Ultimate guru, levitating. We start talking backwards, me and my partner Juan sometimes.
No way.
No, not like backwards. The little things. I'll be like, you know, just like stupid shit. You know, you start watching it and then you start talking backwards. Awesome. You try to mimic Yoda in every sense. But, you know, it's so much fun to do.
So good. That's the best thing I ever heard. Wow. I want to hear some of that after. Right?
The milk is gone in this one. Stupid stuff. But you know, that's the beauty, and that's a creative style. It's like people be like, Star Wars is just a movie. You're receiving it, but somebody was creative enough to put the story together.
Yes.
Beautiful. Creativity is everywhere. It's not just a movie that you just put on. No, there's a director. There are people coming up with storylines. It's
so much that goes into it. And so many like people doing their own own lane of creativity in that passion. To create that big.
Oh my god, it's amazing. And I always say, like, I get really weird when we are in the car driving. This is going to sound stupid as hell. This sure is my true Aquarian inquisitive stupid nature. We're in a car. We're in a spaceship. This thing, like, just driving down so fast. Can you imagine if you went like 1,000 years in the past and they saw you just like even in a banged up car?
True.
They'd be like, whoa!
What is that?
What the hell is that? And it's the same with a movie. It's like if you had seen it with new eyes and you'd never seen anything, it might have been the most beautiful thing that you'd ever seen.
Good point.
We just get so used to creativity everywhere that it loses its meaning.
Good point.
It loses its gravity. It's like, I heard that song before. You hear something or see something for the first time, and if you're used to seeing movies, get open and curious again. Go and find something that's going to be like, whatever. Put yourself, go do a tap dance or something. You know, like
put
do
yourself
something
in like a different different scenario or environment, to bring out that creativity. I like how you said that. It's so true. Someone was saying, I don't know if I was watching something. Everything's such a blur these days, but there was something, and they were talking about like the simple things like a leaf falling or a bird making a noise, and all these things that we're so used to. But like back in the day, it was so magical because they didn't have like a label for a bird or something. It was just like that was God or that was a spirit of some sort. So it was just like every moment like that, they'd like sit and just like appreciate it
in awe
of like that bird just going
and everything was like a sign.
Exactly.
And it still is. It's like those people, those try whatever, they were so silly, they believed that. It's like, who's to say they're wrong, man? Who's to say they're wrong? That signifies something deep because it's how it responds within you. Actually, have you seen that movie? It's a Disney movie. It just came out. Every single person has to watch it. Yes!
I've been meaning to watch it. I haven't watched
seen it.
No, because I was away in the country and I was waiting to come back for the right time to watch. Maybe tonight's the night then.
Yeah, have you not seen it?
I haven't seen it. And I got Disney Plus. I'm ready to go. I knew that it'd be some deep shit because it's deep. Disney are always on that, like Inside Out. I don't know if you've seen that, and like all these other ones. They've been on it.
I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah,
you will get down on that so hard.
There's so many downloads in that. I could imagine. I reckon there's so many hacks.
I swear to God, it's amazing. And like Disney's pretty cool too. The people that are creating that, but then it's also like getting all Rafiki. Rafiki energy. You gotta bring Rafiki energy to every day. I show you the way. We all have our own inner Rafiki guide. Everyone does. Follow that shit.
Ooh, I like that. Put that on a shirt. We'll have a Rafiki
guide. My next tattoo. Tupac. Bob Marley. Rafiki.
Dude, I love that though. It's so true. We all have an inner Rafiki.
We do, man.
Like, I think of that Lion King scene when he points. It's like, there he, like, there's it's like showing like your ancestors all in you. You know what I mean?
There are a lot of messages in that movie, man. I cried a lot as a kid.
Dude.
When you rewatch it as an adult, you're like,
what the fuck?
There's some serious shit. I can't believe he died. Mufasa, man. Like, I can't. But it's a great lesson for kids to learn. Death. Reborn. He became great from all. He had to go out and and find Timon and Pumbaa. Shit, he had to go out alone, but he gained shit along the way, didn't he? God, my God, amazing lessons.
There are so many.
And then they were saying there's a Rafiki bit which I love because we lose like I was saying, we're tapping into energy out there all the time. It's in us. But Rafiki says that so well. He's just like, he lives in you. It's like our parents, our ancestors, they are living to birth into the to us. They're carrying it down. Sometimes people have ancestral trauma. It's up to you to be like, it ends with me or
generational
whatever.
curses.
Yeah, exactly. That's a real thing. It's energy. You're transferring energy. Make sure the energy that you are living and that you, maybe you have kids, maybe you don't. That's fine. But even anything that you're going to give to anyone else, make sure that it's pure.
I love that.
It's like love and whatever. It's like everything is unfolding into the next. You're part of this. You're already a part of this cycle, man. Like we go way back. Like this blood is, this skin is from my mother. Which actually, there's a really weird thing.
Yeah.
And it was like there's a scientific fact that. We'll have to come back to it.
Okay.
It's like within every
DNA strand.
Within every woman is an egg from her grandmother.
Whoa.
Like it's a scientific thing that it's still within you apparently. So it gets, I don't know the exact facts. I don't want to bastardize it again, but it just scientifically it shows you that we are still linked to whatever it is from our past. We're still linked to that, and that can be a really beautiful. They are living to make sure that we carry on.
Yes.
So it's like, what are you bringing right now?
What are you carrying on? Yeah.
What did they survive for? If not now, if not nothing.
Yes.
It's like, what are you doing now to make sure that it was not all in vain?
Yeah.
We've got to make that beautiful.
I love that.
Everything that you do in life, canvas.
Yes.
Paint that shit with experience.
I love that. And it's empowering. When you think that like all your ancestors and your great grandparents, they're all in you. Do you know what I mean? All their experiences, everything.
Yes.
So think about how like unlimited you are, like how much knowledge you have, like not just within yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, I love how he's like, I've noticed that when I put myself in different environments I'm not used to, like kind of pressure situations, like those ancestors come out through what I, do you know what I mean, through those moments. It's like they'll bring it out somehow, and it would have never happened if I didn't put myself in these moments. Do you know what I mean? Step into your greatness.
You were about to say it. Yeah, it's true. You got to step into your greatness, and sometimes things will spark that. Where you're just like, you know, you can embody, you can call in. It's the same with yoga, or you know, if you're Christian, you're reading scriptures from past, you're invoking the spirit. You have your own spirit and your own essence, but you can also invoke the spirit of someone. And it doesn't matter if you're following Jesus, you know, whatever it is, if you're following, so if you follow, you know, a team, you know, I love Kyrie Irving because I invoke his spirit. He brings something out in me. Seeing him on the floor.
I know what you're saying. That's me and LeBron. Before
he's saging up the joint. I was like, whoa, this is
Kyrie's so tapped in, man. They all think he's crazy, but I get
11.
him.
I'm just like,
bro, I sent you a message once. Shout out to Kyrie. Shout out to Kyrie. That's so crazy.
I didn't know man. I did it.
I didn't know. Well, I did it because I was like watching the game, and then like it froze on 11-11. And I was just like, and he had the ball, and he's number 11. I screenshot it. I'm like, bro, I don't know what's happening, but like you tapped into something right here.
That's amazing.
Because it's so like in sync. He's probably a little
he's got big energy.
But he has a lot. He knows. He's very tapped into that.
And that's the thing. It doesn't matter like who you, and that's why, you know, I see Lauryn Hill as like my prophet of my experience, you know, and you know, Bob Marley, he is a prophet of there. We all go to church. We just don't, you know, you go to a concert, there's a million. I've been into some grungy hip hop gigs, man, and there are like all kinds of shady characters and whatever that are coming. That's church.
That's church. That's a
church,
fact.
Man. Like
everyone's getting the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? When it's about to drop, and everyone's like, you know what I mean?
They're there to see something beautiful and great. You know, it doesn't matter. You unveil it. It's a rap artist. You unveil it. You know, it's classical, whatever it is. It's you go there because it's speaking to you, and you get people in a crowd like that. That's what church is, man. You are paying reverence to the higher unseen force. It's so deep, you know. And it's the same with like going to see a basketball match. I remember seeing when I was a kid, went to an NBA match. There's nothing like that. Shit's on the TV. You know, it's like watching it, and people are yelling together, and they're passionate. It's what they believe in. It's where they're from. Everything is infused into the beauty of this poetry in motion, man. It's like, so find whatever it is. Go and watch a game. Go and play a game. Go and listen to music. Go create music. Go to the art. You know, the museum. Take it in. Put it out. And that's the thing. It's a sacred exchange. Everything creative. It's a sacred exchange. You receive it. Great. Can't be a hog.
Nah, you can't hold it because then you won't. Nothing else will come in because you'll be too full.
Yeah, that's it. You're blocked up to hee-ha. You know, it's like you got to also
push it out.
You got to push it out. You got to let it go in order to get some more.
Like you're saying, that cycle, that sacred cycle. So it's in that. It's the breath.
It's the breath. The breath that. It's our first teacher. We receive it. It nourishes us. Awesome. We let it go.
Facts. You can only breathe in as much as you breathe out.
Yes.
Literally. That's it.
Right.
I love that.
Get some big lungs and big brains.
It's
like big brain energy.
Try holding your breath. See how long you can hold your breath, man.
That's right.
That will tell you how much.
Me and cupcakes. Taking it all.
Man, it's so deep. But I love how everything's so interconnected. Do you know what I mean? Like we can it's like we went on all that and we brought it back to breath. To the simplest, like you said, like the number one, the anchoring, the simplest thing that we all start with. Do you know what I mean? That's what we brought it all back to. Like it's just.
It's our first teacher. It's how we began. We began with, we were born with a breath. Well, with, you know, the womb, and that's another rabbit hole. But our experience of life, where we are in this field of awareness, we began with the breath. That's when they say you were born here. You're like, that's it. Like, what time is it? Our birth chart. You know, like, that's it. We were born with a breath, and that's our first experience and our first breath. And you savor that. It's creative. You're inviting something in. It's the same with, like I'm saying, going to see, you know, the first time you ever heard Nas or something. You take that in like it's your first baby's breath, and you're just like, it nourishes you like nothing else. And so that's why I relive it sometimes. There are some songs I don't get sick of because it's like my first baby breath.
Yeah.
I can listen to It Ain't Hard to Tell by Nas over and over, and I'm just like it's like
yeah, I love that.
Like, some things, and it's quality over quantity. It's not like he made some musicians you hear. They're on their own journey, and that's fine. But sometimes they just putting shit out. Just they're a quantity of quality. But he was not as you feel that he made that with love, and so that's why there's something fueled with love, infused with love, his passion, his love for his creative force. And so that in itself is enough to. That's why I'm able to ingest that and not get sick of the instant. I'm just like the first baby's breath. Can relive that over and over again.
I love that. It's so true. And it's like having those songs can help. Like if you have those tracks, they can be like an anchor, like you said, for yourself. I mean, where you need that lift. Like I was saying, Bob Marley, and you ain't hard to. When you have these songs, it's like life hacks.
Yes.
You can always jump to them to like bring you back to.
Make a Spotify thing. Ooh. And it's just like you go to your healing thing.
Yeah, of course.
You're at work, you're in the office, wherever it is. You go to the toilet, you pretend like you're taking a big dump or something, but you're not. You're just like, I just need to listen to 5 songs real quick. I'll come out like a new person. You were in there for a while. I was like, I was healing and releasing
on a different level.
That's right.
That's
awesome. Weight has been gone. It's true though. It's like music is like. Can you imagine, like, if I'm feeling disconnected with something, I'm like, man, it's been a while since I've listened to music. Actually, that's what was in some of the notes. There is an old saying, it's a tribe in West Africa, and there's a healer there, and they say, when you go to the healer and you're disconnected, he says, when did you stop dancing? When did you stop, as remedy, right? Creativity is remedy. When did you stop dancing? When did you stop singing?
Wow.
And when did you stop? I can't remember what the last one is. But, we see this in cultures that have ancient lineage. Like our Western culture has evolved quite a lot. Evolution's great. It can also be...
But we lost a lot of that old, that ancient knowledge.
You lose a lot of shit on the way. It's like the same with, like, you take shit in, you let shit go. It'd be great to, like... carry some things that right? And so some of the ancient cultures that are still around today, we see this in so many places, but especially with this one tribe, they have these ceremonies. We see this a lot of places where if someone is ceremonial expression, which is creative. It's like, oh, you're going to get married. We're going to celebrate that. We're going to dance it out. We're going to sing it. We see it in Western culture too, right?
Yeah, of course.
And any healing, you've got witch doctors. Something's wrong with you. Let's dance it out. Let's just shake it out. It's like, so everything.
The movement.
Everything is, we've lost the ability to see that as actual healing. People go to yoga because they see it as my body is going to change. Yes, it's going to change. And it's like, well, I'm going to look this way. I'm going to get leaner, fitter, whatever it is. But really, it's the physiological changes inside that we're looking for, man. It's like, you got to change your breath. Your inner landscape has to change. That's what's happening. We forget about that. That's why people I've been doing yoga for 5 years, and my body is great, but there's some dark shit brewing in there. It's like, oh, her body might be great, but she hasn't done her shadow work. The dark shit. It's some stuff that's going on. So we've lost that ability. We go to see doctors and all kinds of stuff, but really we just need to tap back into that creativity. Like sometimes all you need to do is sing, and when you sing, I did a course with kirtan. Kirtan is like this chanting, singing, right? And so it starts off slow. It's like, what am I looking for? The Hare Krishnas. They start slow, and then they go really fast, and it builds up, and then it gets slow again. And they did all these studies, and all the stuff that happens just from singing, that physiological changes that start from the brain that affect the physiological changes in your body. So when you sing or dance, you're starting slow, you're feeling into it. And you start moving and then you slowly start to come down, and the beautiful thing is it's engaging your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system at the same time. So one side of your brain is like the fight or flight. So they say it's like, oh, we have that from thousands of years ago. If you see like some horrible dinosaur-like creature, you run. You have that. So we have that. We get anxiety. you know, someone says something to us at work and we engage that fight or flight, we panic like that, like as if we've seen a tiger that's about to kill us.
I know,
yeah. And then when you digest food, when you're eating food, you know, the other, you know, sympathetic nervous system starts to tap it, and that helps you to drop. But if you can engage both, like Tupac's poem, you can engage both sides simultaneously together, and they come together.
Wow,
that is when the force is strong with this one.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's like music and singing is dancing, creating, because visually you're getting stimulated. That is the way in which, it's not the full way, there are many different ways, but it is a huge way that can repair a lot of shit scientifically within you, because it controls your breath, you know, it controls your brain. And just from singing, from chanting, and a lot of these people in this culture in India with kirtan, with chanting, they believe, you know, on the roof, the palate of the mouth and the tongue, there are all these energy centers, right? You know this, right? It freaks you right out. And it's like Osho, this guy, he loves the... Can I swear on you?
Yeah, of course. I've been going hard.
Shit. Motherfucker.
Let it out. Go
But
on.
he loves the word fuck. And I was like, Osho, go watch this with my grandma. You know, I was like, damn. And it's like, no, but like, he's the one that was started to talk about this, and then I heard it again. It was reaffirmed through practitioners that I studied under. They're like, there are certain, you know, things that get engaged when you say certain things with conviction. And, you know, so they believe it's like, you know, the word when you say yum. Like opens you up, and then it's like it's warm. It is yummy. The experience is yummy. So they were able to create.
Sounds how it feels.
Exactly, sounds how it feels. You know, and so they were able to decipher this code, scientific code of, you know, like nerve endings, all this stuff, and create these mantras. So another way that you can engage into your creativity is to chant if you want. You know, it could be just saying Om, which is the creative. They say Om is the creative force of the universe. That's what it is. It's the sound of creation, of life, of everything. And so that's what we get that with music too. I feel like Bob Marley, all these greats, they are really tapping into the way things, energy sounds, the way we hear it. There's things that we can't even see, man. We can't even see certain things. They say dogs can see in all these different black and white. How do we know that what we're seeing is even real? We're going to get mad.
We're going to get into that. No, that's true though.
But it's like...
So as we can see like a little bit of the spectrum that's really going on.
There's so many ways that you can tap into that curiosity of creativity. Something that we all have to explore. Well, that's what it is, right? Like, you know, you're doing that with your craft and your music. You're continuously being an open vessel. You're like, I am open to receive. It's moving through me, and then you're beautifully creating that with your music, which is great. And then on top of that, you're able to share it with people, and then you're also sparking their creativity of whatever their journey might be completely different to yours. You know, yours is through music and sound. They might be like, oh shit, man, I really miss doing this, whatever it is. I really miss organizing things for people's life. I like symmetry, whatever that is. You're helping people redefine what is creative for them. It's not always going to be like, oh, this is cool and that's not cool. It doesn't matter. Does it speak to you or not? It does follow that. You know, it's like, it's really hard. We get our lines crossed all the time of what we think we should be doing. You know, less here, less there, just
I feel really breaking it down. It's so true. It's that exchange, like you said.
Sacred exchange. That's right. We've lost that ability to do that. It makes me sad, and that's what I love about when I saw that. You know, when did you stop, like, you know, the master teacher, the witch doctor, whatever, when did you stop dancing?
I love that.
I love that.
That's so deep.
Because it's like, that's all you really need sometimes, is just to sing it out. And sometimes I'm feeling heavy with things, the weight of the world, especially what we're going through now. Oh my God. Sometimes you can spiral into chaos. You know, what does this mean? The world is ending. You know, where do you stand on virus stuff? And, you know, like whatever it is. It's just, whoa, so much stuff that you can really get in with that. You take on other people's anxieties and energies. Sometimes all I need... Recently, I just put some music on, and I just danced. And it was just really nice, and I cried, and it was emotional, It's the same with yoga. You know, there are energy centers in the body that you open up the channels and doorways to inner perception. So they say that, you know, you hold a lot of tension in your hips or trauma. You know, if I pinch you, if I can pinch you, you tighten your energy, right? And a lot of the time your core, your center's here. So you tighten here to hold, to restrain whatever it is that's harming you. It could be emotional. A lot of the time that tension, you're holding it in with your hips, right? So when people do hip openers, I remember the first time there was a hip opener class when I started to study. I'm like, okay, everyone's going to get emotional, and everyone that was like a little bit more senior than I started laughing. I was like, why is everyone laughing? It's going to be hard. And they go, well, no, whenever you do hips, you open up that doorway, the floodgates, it's going to get emotional. I'm like, these people are crazy. Talking about hip is a hip. You know, it's like, but then like once I started to do it, I was like, oh my God, I got so emotional. I held one thing for so long that I felt like at a deeper level psychology, and I know some people that might not have done yoga be like, oh, she went down that hippie.
No, I feel this.
But you know, once you do it, you know. Like, don't knock it until you try it.
Body,
you know, you do that, and it's the same with movement, with singing. You know, I was in the car the other day, and a song of Stevie Wonder's came on. I started to cry. I was like trying not to cry. I'm like, ooh, your upper lip is like trembling, and it's like it's nothing that he's actually saying in the song. It's not like, oh, this reminds me of this, and I lost this. It's just the notes he's hitting. Or Mariah Carey, when she hits something, you're like, you know, like it's sometimes it's just the notes, and you know, or syllables, things like that.
Sound, the sonics. I feel you.
Sonics. There's so much we don't know about creativity. Why we respond to it, and scientifically. That's another, you know, we only use a certain percentage of the brain, the subconscious. I don't know what it is, but we're only using like, what's it, 20% or something ridiculous, right? So there's all this other stuff that we don't even know. Once we start tapping into that, I feel like creativity helps us to open that field of awareness. You know, because if I dance to heal, I feel better. If I cry sometimes because I need to release. I need to let shit go.
Of course.
Or I sing, or sometimes I can't sing because I've got so much, so I need to dance. Sometimes I can't. If I've got so much emotion, it won't come out that way. I need it. I know I need to, but sometimes I'll need to write, or I need to. But it has to be creative. That's deep that you know your thing, like you know how to. You can feel it. And sometimes it can be frustrating as hell. Like when you really want to sing something and you can't because there's fear or anxiety, or you know that it needs to manifest in a creative way in order to release. You know, it really does. And we don't have that. We used to gather around in circles and we used to chant together how we feel, and we'd vibe off that. We vibe off each other. It needs to also be a collaborative experience. So, you know, whatever it is you want to find creatively, find that and make sure you grow and evolve with other people. You've got to collaborate too. You know, that's when real shit starts cooking.
Because that's when everything starts moving. Because the more that are vibing together, the more movement that happens, and that's happening a lot now. I've noticed. Like, there's a lot of these like men groups, like women groups, like breath work or just chanting, and like you see the Centennial, and like you said, with all this like COVID and all this fear stuff, it's actually kind of like you said, pushing people to be more creative. Like through art, like, you know what I mean, through chanting, like it's like we're all kind of forced to do it now in a way.
We are, and it's like it's becoming finally it's becoming normal, because it never wasn't normal.
Oh no way. You see people chanting in Centennial, people are like, hey, you better call the cops.
That's right. Exactly. So what's going on with them? But now we're starting to see it. It's evolving, it's growing, and it's like, you don't do this, it's like, well, then which is great, because that's what we need in our society. I see women's circles now all the time. I was just started to see, like you're saying, men's circles.
There's heaps now.
Oh my God, men supporting men, to foster strong men, to create strong men for the future. It's really important.
Tap into their emotions and stuff.
Because you've got we're all born with the feminine and the masculine. And if we're a man or if we're a woman, sometimes we tap into our feminine a little bit harder, you know, because, you know, we are repping it more, obviously. But you need both.
You need the balance. That's the balance once again.
You need both. That's the creative force of the universe. It's when they come together, they serve their purpose for different ways. You can't say, oh, you're so masculine. Like, there's beauty in masculinity, man. It gives you strong foundations. It's the pillar that holds you up. And then sometimes a woman's energy is is the nourishing aspect that you need both.
Of course, and that's the creative as well. Like,
that's it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that, you know, and it's also that makes me a bit sad sometimes. I feel like we got really down on men for a while. There's a women right. Yes, of course, women need to rise up. Definitely, they've been, you know, underneath and oppressed for a long time.
Patriarch,
but let's also try to rebuild what's lacking.
I like how you said that. Yeah, because the balance was off there. It was like the whole. It was kind of like demonizing men to a point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like you can't be as bad.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. The men were like the men that kind of created this structure of society. Well, fuck. But let's not be as bad as them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's shift that.
Yeah. Because you hear a lot of people, a lot of women that, you know, I've seen that like, I'm a feminist. And like, are you not a feminist? I'm like, I'm an everythingist. Like, I'm just like, fuck the labels. Fuck the labels, man. I'm just gonna go like, I know what's right and what's wrong.
Exactly.
Same with religion. I don't need to say that I'm this or that. I just, I am. That's it. It's the foremost. I am existing for this moment, and you don't need the labels. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. No way. Get Dr. Zeus on that. Like just
that's another deep one.
Yeah, that's another deep one. You know,
have you seen Courtney He's a Who?
Yeah.
That motherfucker got me so good. I'm like, dude. Oh man, Dr. Zeus. I love that.
Yeah, he's your home, man.
Yeah. See, it's all in the kids. It's like that's right. Oh man, but it's all in them children. Like we were saying, like the children stuff. That inner child, like you're saying, it's kids have that creativity and then those things just tap us back into that inner child. That's what creativity does. You're tapping into that. You know, when you're a kid, you're just dancing around, you're singing.
No judgment.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah, not caring about what people think. Do you know what I mean? Because you're a kid, you don't care. Like, you know, it's the last thing on your mind. You just want to express this energy. Do you know what I mean? You're walking, like everything's like, you know, when you're a kid, you're so small, everything looks so big. You look up and like the trees are like some magical thing. That's why I love going like hikes and stuff in like Blue Mountains, because the forest is so big and you feel like a kid again. You're like, and like you got that same thing of like what is this magical place?
You're a servant to the beauty and mystery of your surroundings. Yeah, that's right. We're not just we're living amongst it, but like then we actually get to step back and just appreciate what's going on. We don't often do that either, you know. And it's like, you know, we need to find a way to do that naturally. And a lot of the time, you know, we want to take the brakes off. You know, some people do that, like I said, like through listening to music or painting or creatively. You know, unfortunately, the other thing that we see is that people will tap into that it's not creative, but that flow state. They tap into that through sometimes unfortunately drinking or drugs, right? You know, drugs will get you there. They'll get you going. Quick fix. You know, it's like it's like you got to Mount Everest, you didn't actually walk it. You took the damn escalator on that shit. It's like you gotta earn the ride. You gotta earn that
journey up to that. You're right. It's more satisfying as well.
More satisfying because you earned it. It's like you say you ride.
Yes, I love that.
And that makes me really sad. Is that what it reminded me of the kids stuff, because I saw this drunk person walking and they're like that, and it reminded me of a 3-year-old. And I was like, it's really funny because I love the curiosity of children, right? And you know, and this guy was so drunk, he climbed up the tree. He's like, I'm up in that tree. He was gone. You know, and he's like, and he's like screaming, he's like, and he's just having so much fun. And I was happy to see him like get really out of it and everything. But then I was like, but then he had all this shame, you know, and I was like, you know what? It's like, it reminds me, you're tapping into that inner child. If there's a playfulness that happens when you take the brakes off, you have a drink, you have a smoke. I'm not condoning it, I'm not saying that you should. What I'm saying is find that same flow state, creativity, like, without an external thing. It has to happen internally. And a lot of the time, that's how we kick back. Like, that's how they say we take the brakes off. There's one song, I think it's Sticky Fingers. I love it. Shout out to the Sticky Boys. Like, I take the brakes off and I ride. I chase the devil into the sky. He's the one that taught me how to fly. And it's true. It's like we use tools to heal, but not always repair. Alcohol, drugs. That song in particular, I chase the devil into the sky, because it's like it's a quick fix and it will have it. It's like you make a deal with the devil. It's like, cool, I'll give you this alcohol now, you got to pay me later. You know, like you feel fucked up. And you have all kinds of dark obsessive thoughts sometimes. If you're hungover and you get anxiety with
Oh
that.
yeah, of course.
It changes the chemistry in your brain. It actually, it's scientific.
Oh,
it does.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like if that's a habit that's reoccurring, we all have habits. Just make sure it's a good
vices
habit.
and stuff.
We all have vices. Sometimes we need them.
Yeah.
But it's like find something that is going to manifest in the ways that serve the truest, highest self of who you really want to be. Because that's the thing. It's like you get drunk and you feel free sometimes. It's like, but did you know your weight is lifted? Did you know that you can also do that through this, that, and the other? It's like
you saying that, the inner, like not finding it externally, but within.
That inner child is there, and children do not like to drink.
Yeah, true.
That's illegal. You're getting your inner child drunk.
Yeah, and even if they taste it, to me, this like now, even when I had some wine with Mum for New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, and I didn't drink for like 3-4 years, and I was like, this is why I don't drink. It's chat. Like for me personally, the taste, I was just like, nah, I don't like the taste.
You're tapped in too. You're Neo.
That probably
you and Neo.
The one.
Yeah, that's right.
Man.
Mr. Anderson. It's like Mr. Coco.
Man, I remember the freakiest. I was going down those. This is like at the beginning of like the awakening when you go through the conspiracy theories and stuff and all that, and you start freaking out. You get a bit weird, especially Aquarius energy.
Oh my god, we're there,
bruh. And then mom came home and she's like, okay, so I ran into a gallery. I'm like, who? The famous Australian actor Hugo Weaving? I'm like, who's that? Sounds familiar.
We were just talking about him. No, like half an hour ago.
Oh, really? That's Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of someone else.
Oh, okay.
Jeffrey Rush. Sorry. No, that would have been really weird. Like,
that would have been too much. Yeah, that would have been way too much.
Sorry. Yes, that's right.
And then I was freaking out. I looked it up. I'm like, you met Mr. Smith?
That's weird.
Tell me you didn't tell him about me. Yeah, I told him all about you. I'm like, no! I was freaking out. I'm like 17. I'm like, what the fuck would you tell him about Mr. Smith? I thought like, I was freaking out, but it was just funny. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I would have flipped out too. I'd be like, nothing is real. And you would have thought that you were living in the Matrix. That's literally what because I'm like, that's a bit too much. You actually met the real Mr. Smith? Come on, man.
You know what's weird? There was a meme about Aquariuses, and they were like, and one of it was like contemplating if the world is actually real or if we're in a completely fake, whatever, like the Matrix. And I'm like, I've always said, every now and I'm like, what if nothing's real?
Oh no, I have that. I've definitely gone through these.
Oh yeah, I've never told anyone. Now I'm telling everyone. It's like going to her class.
No, it's too much.
Too much. But you, with alcohol though, like I remember you were telling me that you went to a festival, or your mum told me, and you like there's some people that were like, you feel and you respond to energy, and you're like, okay, you're having a good time, but it's like it's very showy or whatever. Yeah. You went into the cacao tent.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, a lot has happened from that tent. Like that's manifested till now. It's crazy. I'll get into that a little later. But that I went to the cacao tent, the sacred. Yes. It's called the Sacred Cacao Tent. It's at Lost Paradise.
Yeah, ceremonial cacao. Yeah, it gets you going too.
Bro, oh my god. Yeah. So we made a decision like we won't go and like as you would go and get lit in the main stage and stuff for the countdown, and this was like the New Year's Eve night.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
It's like we'll go to Sacred Cacao Tent with all these people on that same frequency. Yeah. And it was just the best vibe. It was Sacred Cacao shots and all that, and everyone just like you said chanting. Like it hit 12, everyone went like arms around, started howling. Like this is just a small tent of like 40 people. Do you know what I mean? And then you got like the masses out there going, but it was just so symbolic. Do you know what I mean?
They're really connecting.
Literally.
They're in the same ocean of air.
Yes.
That's because that's the thing, is that when you connect on a level that's intimate. Yeah. Like that.
Exactly.
And cacao does that, gets you going.
Oh yeah, that's
it awakens all kinds of stuff.
What's something of the gods? Food of the gods? I think that's what's derived from the name or something.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Something like that. Don't quote me. But mate, I think I'm pretty sure. I'll stay confident in it. But fuck it.
No, you're probably right. They used it ceremonially, and that's what was so beautiful about it. Is that it was to awaken the sense gates, to open up to whatever that was. And, that's my excuse for loving it so much.
For cacao in everything.
That's right.
I put it in my smoothie. I put it in my smoothie like in the initial blend, and then I put it at the end for the extra crunch.
You do double.
I do double. I ain't play around. The cacao nibs are awesome. Cacao's a go-to.
That's right. And that's the thing, is that you can go to festivals and you can't. Sometimes you feel that you're not vibing with these people. And so you went and you followed your whatever that was,
intuition.
And it took intuition, and it takes you. You're in a Rafiki, and you heard
Ooh, let's go.
Slam dunk on that.
That's deep.
Like, yeah.
I like that. And intuition, it's like in.
Yes.
So it's like in. You know what I mean? All these in words. Yeah,
that's right. Completely. You know, it's fantastic to be able to be open and aware enough to push past the boundary of the social boundaries of I'm going to try and do this with these people because I want them to like me. I want, I went on that journey too.
Of course.
Trying to fit into certain boxes, and I'm just like, I'm a square trying to fit into a circle. That ain't right, and it is hip to be square. So I was like, I'm not feeling that, and it's like, but you want to. You see people that are having joyous moments. I want to have that joy, so I'm going to do what they're doing in the hope that it makes me happy.
Yeah,
but
you replicate that. Yeah.
Replicate it, and it's like you have to find
yours.
Yeah, that's right.
That.
Sometimes you can be out there alone, and that's fine.
I have the best times
be out there alone.
Sometimes.
Yeah, same.
Literally.
Own it.
Yes.
Own whatever it is. That's part of being authentic. The authenticity of your being is just is doing what you actually want to do.
Yeah.
It's why we're in jobs that we don't love. They pay the rent, and that's cool. That's great. But at a deeper level, sometimes it's like maybe the rent isn't what I really need. Sometimes I would rather go out alone. And again, I don't want anyone to go out and quit their job and regret it.
Yeah.
But again, it's balance. And so you want to make sure that you're honoring both sides of your needs. We foster so much into the money aspect and all that stuff, that the real things that are important, your internal happiness, is like a little, this crippled
nurture
little,
that.
you gotta nurture that, feed it, grow it back to life. It's a dying pot plant. Water that shit.
That's deep. I love that. It's hard. Yeah, exactly.
It's hard. It's hard to do both in our society, to be honest.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I was... that is dancing with the devil, I'd say. Like it's hard, and it doesn't always work out. Sometimes you don't have to do it every week. Sometimes you can just spend a half an hour once a month even. Just so at least I did something that I could. I didn't sacrifice. You don't have to sacrifice everything. Sacrifice is great, but not if it's going to come at the cost of your actual happiness. Sometimes we have jobs, commitments. We've got families, we've got kids. Sometimes you get home, got to pick your kids up, you got to make dinner, you got to do. I admire my mum for doing all that stuff. How did you do it? And that's why she was up there 2 a.m. naked, listening to music. This is the only time I got. And she made it work. Yeah, she made the time.
She made it work.
Well, there you go. You can make the time then. It's there.
Make it work. Even a little. It's like she didn't do it all the time. It's like once a month, probably under the full moon or something. Like this is my time to connect with me, and it would feed her for that month. Whatever it is that she needed to do. She didn't do it all the time, but she made sure that she was continuously.
She had those moments.
Yeah, she's moving. She was never in the kitchen without dancing. I realized recently. We used to listen to this Marvin Gaye song that I love so hard. I forget the name of it, but I always it's like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh no, I've heard this one.
It's just I feel so bad I don't remember it, but I know it, and whenever that song was playing, it was Pancakes. It's Saturday night. Damn, Pancake song is on.
Pancake song.
If she was like creating something beautiful with magic, she would
it goes
smell
into the food as well.
She made that with love. She started smelling it, and it fed her in the same way that music fed her. It's like, ooh, you smell that. She started dancing. And it's like the food was her music. It's like you have to keep moving with the forces that are around you. We have it everywhere. The wind is blowing. Embrace whatever you have. I have nothing. The wind is blowing. Embrace the wind. Go into the water. Someone's negative to you. Embrace the negativity. Smile at them. Hit them back with your shit. You've got to play tennis with everything.
Yes. Oh, I like this. Yeah.
It's so true, though. It's like, how do you respond to the energy being received? Music, through food. Like I said, everything is creative. So if you're a person that's out there, it's like, I'm not creative. It's like, guess what? You are.
Yeah, even in a response is creativity.
Yes. Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
It governs everything.
Yeah, I like how you say that. It's true.
Yeah. Totally. I'm hungry.
Pancakes.
I'm just gonna call my mom, play that song. Mama,
send her the Marvin Gaye song.
That's it.
Oh, that's dope, bro. Shout out to Mama there. If she will be watching.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's dope. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But the energy goes in the food. It's true.
Totally.
I
make some bad salmon. It's like, Juan is a wonderful chef.
Okay,
he's
my guy.
Really good.
Yeah, because he puts the love in, man. That's why.
And sometimes I'm so hungry, I don't put the love in.
Yeah, you just want to get it.
You can tell. He just like, he's like, I mean, It's like, I'm like, what's your recipe? And he's like, I don't have one. And he's really just working with his love of food.
Let's go,
his love of sensation. Yeah, he loves and he savors sensation. So he knows. He taps into that. I don't know. I'm like, sometimes I can get mad with him. Like, I just want it to be over so I can eat it. Yeah. He's like, he's also savoring the before food ritual. Putting it all together.
Oh,
like, that's why he's a good percussionist, because he knows that's needed. I'm going to put a little feel in there.
Okay.
You know, a bit of this, rosemary. It's all
it's a rhythm. He's tapped into the rhythm.
He's like 2 shakes there.
And it's all in his hands already.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Yeah, he's just like, is making this beautiful, and it infuses, and he's just a melting pot of sensation.
Wow.
When I eat, I'm like, he's like, it's nothing. I'm like, there's sensations in my mouth, like crying, Mariah Carey up in here. It's like really emotional. Sometimes I rush the experience.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I want, like I said, I want to get to Mount Everest. I don't want to walk it.
I've seen that analogy as soon as you said it. Yeah. Totally. And one's walking up that mountain, literally.
He's collecting flowers on the way.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, you have to love every experience that is being presented to you. Be as simple as taking your time to put butter on toast.
Yes, making it a magical moment.
Beautiful simplicity with that. How grateful can we be to even have the bread, to receive the nourishment of whatever is creative, and that makes it, sometimes it can be a slow process. You're late for work, so I don't have time to butter this bread. But at least make sure that it's like, you're late for work with 15 and row. This girl on this podcast said I need
to butter my bread with love.
I know you butter. Get out. But when you have the space to do that, the space, the permission to let go.
I feel that.
Yeah, that is when
you're right.
Yeah, you see things differently. Everything has been, the bread that you eat is creative. Somebody spent time, like, it grew from the earth.
True. The process.
Into this beautiful plant, and then someone went and picked the plant, and then it traveled. Whoa, for a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
true. And I was like,
it hasn't even gone into the hands of the dough maker yet.
That's right.
Wow.
There's this funny thing, Eddie Murphy Raw. It just reminded me of this. It's hilarious.
That's a classic
scene.
Right there.
And he's like, he's gone without something for a while.
Yeah.
And then he uses the analogy that it's like a cracker.
Yeah.
You don't have it for a while, and then when you see the beauty of something, you're like, that's the best damn cracker I had. You're like, it's like bread. It's like when you realize the journey of food, of anything, that is, everything is a creative force of the universe, of nature itself. You start to expand your awareness to every aspect of your life, then life's gonna start looking up.
True.
You're gonna be like, wow, everything came together for me to eat this meal beautifully, to listen to this music beautifully. Everything is like, oh my God, beautiful. Some people, they're so deprived of experience. There's some people that are, my heart goes out to them. Some people that are in jail doing sentences that they've outlived even. Some people have done some horrible things in the world, but they've changed. They've healed themselves, but they're still living the pain of something they've
moved past. That's
and
a good point.
We're here in this world. Some people have horrible things, all kinds of stuff, but there's so much magic and brilliance in putting butter on toast. And to be able to do it yourself, like
to be even able to just do that.
Some people can't. Some people can't even. Fucked me up going to Mexico and like Thailand, some countries.
Thailand hit me hard too.
Thailand really. I was
that one hit me hard as well.
Hit me hard. I didn't recover for a while. Seeing some things that I saw made me appreciate everything that we are able to birth new experiences, everything that we're able to have. So it's like, go out and find whatever it is that you want to be creative with, but along the way of the road, don't get too lost in, I have nothing, I need to, be appreciative of everything that is creative in your life at the moment. It's everywhere. It's the expression of the spirit of the soul that links all of us. Is everything. It's in everything as everything, moving through everything as everything.
Beautiful.
Like,
yes, I've heard it's the all in the all or something that's it. It's in everything. Absolutely everything. It's just being aware of it, like you said.
The force.
We're so
alike.
No, it's so true though. yeah, Thailand hit me hard in that way as well.
Yeah.
I was just like, cause I remember there was like this dude, he had like no legs and
Yes.
he was on the street, and I'm just like, bro, that dude doesn't have legs, and he was happy.
Yeah.
He was smiling. He didn't have teeth either.
Happy.
But he was just happy to like be there, and for me to like give him like, it's just
glad
like.
You brought that up. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, like he's still smiling.
That's it.
And the power of just smiling. I mean, to be smiling in that condition, it's just like, why am I ever like this?
Yeah, that's it.
Why do I have a resting face like that? Like, it's funny. Like when I used to go to school, like this dude that my dad knows that worked at the HQ shopping center, he'd be like, your son's never smiling. It's always like that. And I'm just like, yeah, that is a good point. My resting face was just so like.
Yeah.
So I made it a thing. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, let's just, smile. Because it shifts your frequency.
Oh my God.
In a smile.
Nerves, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Stuff starts happening when you start smiling. And even if you're right about that. In our society, in our culture, cultures that have less actually have more.
Oh yes.
Yeah, in so many ways. They grow up with what they have, and they're just appreciative. They live by the land a lot of the time as well. They live in a much more harmonious, organic way.
Because they're living day by day as well.
Day by day.
There's not like work tomorrow.
Yes.
It's just like, can we get food today?
That's it.
Do you know what I mean?
They all work together.
Yeah.
There's more connection. We're disconnected from the way in which we even get food.
It's so true.
Nobody has plants out in their backyard. You might have a basil tree, and that's it. And a lot of the time, all my friends, their basil trees, they're long dead. It's like, you keep buying a new one.
Yeah.
But like, even South America, it's beautiful. Everyone, they have avocado. It's normal for people to live by their own lands, to tap into the intelligence, rather, of their land, right? And harmonize with that. Like, I use it, I feed it, it feeds me. Yeah. We don't have that. Yeah, we go to Woolies, and sometimes you need to go to Woolies. I'm not going to say I never go. Yeah. Sometimes you need to, but we forget about the journey of food.
Yeah, and if we knew the journey, we'd appreciate it more. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just the journeys. You go, you pay, you grab it. That's not much of a journey. No, so when you're eating it, it's just like, it is what it is. But if it's a long process, if you actually have to dig it out the ground, or you have to watch it grow, not watch it grow, nurture it, make it grow, do you know what I mean?
Make it grow.
Then you'd be like, I appreciate this pumpkin, because that took me like a whole year to get that pumpkin.
Mount Everest again.
Yeah, literally.
That's it. Yeah,
it's
you're
so true.
Part of the creative force. And that's the thing, is that we get so we're lost. A lot of us will walk around blind, like Matrix wise, lady in the red dress, blind as does not exist. Because we have lost touch. We're not a part of the creative force of the universe anymore. We're just living in it. But we're not a part of it. It's like, what are you doing for the world? It's like, I send $10 for this charity every now and again. That's great, though. I'm not going to discount that. That's great, trying to make an effort. But to actually do it with yourself, with your hands, with your heart. Yeah,
your soul.
Be in it. Really, it's not just a click of money. Be in the change. Be in it, really in it, like in the world.
Action, yeah,
that's right. Like, be a part of it, not just in it. Like, that's also,
I love that.
Wild, man. Like, and that's the thing about third world countries, are not, but any country, but in particular third world countries, they've been through more, and they're happy to get to the other side, and they're just like, it shocked me too. A lot of people that would just, oh man, I'd be like, to see them, but they're happy. They got what they need. That's it.
Literally.
It's not to say that you can't want to achieve something. You can aim high.
Of course.
That's fine. But make sure you are appreciative of also where you're at too. I want to grow, great, but also, goddamn, look how far I've come.
Exactly.
Like, that's true too. I forget about that all the time. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this course so I can finish it, so I can have the degree. But it's also like, did you learn anything? That's a big thing. I catch myself on that a lot.
True.
I'm just like, it's a hard lesson to learn when I'm just like, wow, I want to have this to do this, but then to savor, you have to continuously remind myself sometimes, make sure you're enjoying what you're doing, or savoring that
process
experience.
Of it,
the process of it. That's when you feel everything. That's when the sensations arise. That's when the spirit speaks. It's like, it's true though.
Some alchemist shit. The book and the journey. The journey.
Can we be discussing music, movies? Let's get into books.
Yes, but I know what you're saying.
And the power of now, like stuff like that. It's like, really tapping into the greatness of now and everything that we have, and the process that comes together for that is it's wild.
It's deep, and you know how you're saying with the third world countries and we're a first world country. I read something where it's just like the third world countries are like first world spiritual wise, and we're third world like spiritually. If you think about it, do you know what I mean? Because they know what matters.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we have kind of lost touch with that because we have so much.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm not saying I'm like on that level. Like I even get caught in that as well.
Naturally.
So it's just because your environment. But when I read that, I'm like, whoa, flip it. That is so true. Like we're looking at ourselves like we're the first world. Like nah, man.
We are spiritually starved.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
We are malnutritious in so many ways, man. And it's really deep. You see people that they're coming to yoga, they're doing all the right things, but they are not able to go past that deeper level. There are like different veils I think we have. And, you know, I've flowed in between one veil and the other, and sometimes some things are too hard for me to face. And it's not my time. Sometimes it's not my time to face that, to learn that. Not ready, you know. Sometimes I am ready and I'm not ready to, you know, to push past it. Sometimes I am. So you've got to be delicate as well with that spiritual evolution. But unfortunately, we love to be comfortable. You know, we don't push past our own boundaries. Like, I want to have the house, I want to have the car, I want to have the stability. But, you know, we're animals too. We're not meant to be stable all the time. You know, we have little tribes and societies. We move.
We're gypsy-like.
We're gypsies, man. That's exactly what it is. We move. The weather changes, we move. The threat comes, we move. We respond to the climate. We respond to the nature. But here in our society, we have not responded to what the universe and nature is telling us. That's why we've got bushfires. We've got all kinds of shit.
Trying to tell us
like you're, you know, animals, migration. They do it all the time. There's no food here, I'm going to go over there. And then when they go over there, that area regenerates itself.
Because I have to move for it to
It's just, again, it's exploring that sacred exchange. Animals know that. They have this
intuitive,
instinctive nature to understand the land. You know, they understand seasons. The birds, how do they? I always get really wound up and twisted about that. How do they know when to fly?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
How do they know when to fly?
I have a thing with birds as well. I'm always like, where do birds die? That was my thing.
Oh, that's a big
because I'm like, what? There's so many pigeons. Why am I not seeing 1,000 pigeons just falling out of the sky?
Apparently, they know when their time is up.
I've heard this, and they go there or somewhere. But like, where is this like?
I think that there's a Bermuda triangle
that you just go through.
Birds know, and they're going to like.
It's my time to go. They just go.
Maybe they're like the aliens, and they're just like going through the. It's like, okay, I need to recharge my batteries.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know where they go either.
I've always wondered. I'm like, there's that many birds. They should be just falling, like just naturally through death.
I used to think that too. I never see dead birds unless it's like on the road
from a car.
Yes,
literally,
totally.
but never from like a natural. Like it's an old bird, and it's my time to go.
Yeah.
You should just fall out of the sky, bro.
Where did they go?
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Where do you?
Sometimes I've seen some old ass pigeons.
Yeah.
I saw you 10 years ago, pigeon. I know you, crip walk. You know, like you seen some pigeons like you've been through shit.
They got like the big toes, the big
like what happened to you, friend?
Something popping out of their head.
That's right. Darth Vader, all birds burnt on the inside and out, just like fucked up. And some birds are still there 10 years later.
It's like how?
Like, when you gonna go? But also, when does he even have the energy? Where does he go?
I asked this. This has been a question in my mind forever. I'm like, maybe someone knows, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna Google that.
Yeah, I think I googled like the lifespan of birds. And it was like 30 or something like that, and I'm just like, well, still, that's like I still should be seeing them.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly. I know, and whales too. Like I love that. They feel into the water. They know when they're going to give birth, so they go up north to give birth.
Oh wow!
In warmer temperature, and then they come down with their young later. How do they know?
That's dope.
Instinct. We all have instinct.
And they're in sync.
They're in sync with the changes of that's right. You know, like that Shiva dancing in that the wheel of change. Right, they're in sync with the center of that. Problem is, we have not.
Yeah,
we have lost our intuitive instincts to connect with nature.
Yeah,
that's the creative force, the real creative force, love and nature. Yeah, we've lost that, so we can't connect. No wonder we're all fucked up in the head and all kinds of shit because we cannot connect. We don't know intuitively. We're like, oh, it's winter time. I'm going to stay here. It's like, no, pack up your shit. Go. Like,
it's
you know,
a fact.
We stay, and we are. There's friction. There is deep friction happening with our spirit and the worlds that we've created.
Yes, I know what you're saying. To resist, we're going against nature.
Going against nature.
And if you go against nature, you go against like your inner nature. Do you know what I mean? And that's why we have this conflict. You're right. It's so true.
Deep in
and if
conflict.
you look at our society, we just destroy nature, really.
Yes,
do you know what I mean? That's all we do. It's like we're destroying ourselves.
We're completely just destroying ourselves. And you see that, and it's the demise of societies.
Yeah.
It's the failure to be able to provide for cultures and society too. Like it manifests that disconnect.
Yeah.
Manifests.
Hard.
You know, you see terrible people come into power because they're powerful and they don't have, you know, all kinds of things fuel that disconnect too, you know. And, you know, that's why creativity helps you to rise above that huge disconnect, because a lot of the time we're a product of our environment. Sometimes, you know, it'd be great to live intuitively, instinctively and go where it's warmer and do all these things, and sometimes because of this situation that we're in, the lives that we're born into, sometimes we're not possible, we're not able to, and you know, we have to keep striving to be able to connect back with that. That's why I love rap and hip-hop, because it's a social movement, social change movement. It speaks to a lot of people, it helps them rise up, it highlights a lot of the issues that are in
a digestible
some of those
way.
Some of, like, back in the 80s, you know, rap goes way back actually. It's not the 80s. You can put, you know, I'm just like, it started in the 80s. Like, no, I did not. That goes way back.
Like, even go to like Africa.
Exactly. It goes way back, and we saw it become, you know, it gave rise to popular movement in the 80s.
I know what you're saying.
A lot of it was, you know, to highlight issues that they were going through in their cultures, especially in New York, you know, and so we see a lot of them trying to clear and heal through just being able to talk about it. That is therapy. It's like seeing, you know, you're bouncing off each other and all kinds of stuff, you know, and a lot of people from communities that were not in that community were able to gain some light on that too. Like, I didn't know that's what's happening in their neighborhoods, and that was the crazy thing. That was the conflict in the 80s of people like, you know, we have to ban this music, you know, we have to, it's R18, and we have to da-da-da-da-da, and, you know, NWA, you know, niggas with attitude, they're out there, man, they're out there, fuck the police, all this shit, and they were right about all of it, they're right, and it was, sometimes, you know, I talk about the peace aspect a lot, you know, but sometimes there's a you know, you can be a peacemaker or a peacekeeper. Can't be both. Sounds like the same shit. It is not.
No,
again, it's like two sides of the same coin. If you're a peacekeeper, you're like, you know, you're like, it's okay, guys, everything is, you know, like, you keep the peace, you know, but no change comes from that. You're a peacemaker.
That's the action.
You go action, and sometimes
you're right. You need it's like the masculine and feminine. You need that both. So you need NWA.
You need NWA energy on that shit.
Otherwise, they're not gonna
can't cultivate.
True.
You know, and it's like a lot of the people, you know, like Muhammad Ali, like, you know, like social change. Like he changed his name. You know, he had Cassius Clay. You know, it was like his slave name. And it was. So a lot of people, they're carrying their trauma. He changed that.
He knew how symbolic that was. To do that.
Like, I'm not going to war. You know, because he didn't believe in it. I love that. They wanted to put him in jail. You know, and it's like, you have to be sometimes the catalyst of change in your own world. Sometimes, you know, like in yoga, there's a position called Warrior 2, right? And I love this because this is tapping into exactly what I'm talking about right now. Like, really want change, creative force of change. There's a position called Warrior 2, and the traditional name is Vira Bhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Vira, the word, it means hero, but it also means warrior. But it also means hero. So it's like, it's that same shit. It's like, you've got to be the change. You got to, if you want to be the hero, you got to be the warrior sometimes on that shit. You know, it's like, you have to. NWA, they did it. They broke boundaries. They built emotional borders to be like, this is what we're seeing, you know. And it's like 94, I think it was, and they had that horrible video in California of the cops beating that man. And that was, you know, fuck the police. And they're like, we have to ban it because it's, you know, it's saying it's igniting, and sometimes there is a lot of truth with that. Rap can be seen as if you don't have the right mind to see the real message in it.
That's another thing. What are you going to perceive? Like, what are you going to take from it? Do you know what I mean?
Right. And Tupac went through that same thing as well, where he had some raps and some kid shot somebody and blamed it on Tupac's raps.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, I'm just speaking my truth of what I see, hoping that somebody else externally will come in and want to change it. You know, so it's like it depends on your perception of your reality, your perception of your craft, your perception of whatever it is you're receiving. Perception is everything. It's like, is this just a slice of toast?
Yeah, literally.
Is it just bread? Or did it come from there, and then it came from there, and then it came from there, and then it came from the seed in the ground? Whoa, perception. Get open and curious about everything. It's deep shit.
I love that. Oh, it is.
That's it. And sometimes if I need to, like, if I'm a little bit, I can be very soft energy a lot of the time. Sometimes yoga has softened me down a lot. It's beautiful. Sometimes I need
that
to
fire.
I need to get that shit ignited. You know, it's like, you know, bumping some Tupac and some energy, and they start, they're breathing into you, and you're just like, let's go. It's like, let's fuck
igniting
this day
that
up.
flame.
Like, it ignites the flame. Where it's like, yes, I have energy. Music has the ability to uplift you. Music has the ability to tap into your sadness or whatever it is, to heal, to soothe, and food as well does that, and all kinds of stuff. Everything is a vehicle. Everything is a tool for this vehicle, the body, to awaken. You know, it's so true. We do that with food all the time. Sensations, they bring about joy, happiness. Have you ever had chocolate? Like, you're just like, your face tingles, your eyeballs get huge, and you're just like, you know, that's undeniable, that joy.
Yes, I feel you,
simple things.
And when you haven't had it for a long time, that's when I get the tingles and stuff.
Like Eddie Murphy, there's that cracker.
The cracker.
Like, you've never had a baby breath. Baby breath on everything. And it's like, first breath of experience. Like, let that dawn on you. Man.
No, the baby. I like that. I like that too. There are so many gems that you have dropped right now. I'm gonna have so much struggle trying to cut, like, how to put these out, man. The energy, facts.
I knew that would happen. It's like we'd be here all night.
Literally, we've been doing well. But is there any? Let's keep, like, if there's anything else, check your notes, because I want to make sure that everything is has been pushed out. But I saw you post something while you're looking at your notes. About like a yoga. You're setting up a yoga studio or something. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can. We most definitely can. So I have a client of mine. And he was like, I've got this space in the city, and it's in a building. There's a lot of, like, creatives and a lot of corporates as well. And at first I was like, I'm going to go step into that thing again. But he was like, you know, I'm going to give you 3 months rent free just to see how you go with it. And it's a really nice space. Wooden floors, white walls, high ceilings. I really like it. I dig it a lot. You know, and he's like, if you want to do whatever it is that you want to do with it, go for it. You know, so I've got a few months just to figure it out, see how I feel about it. Intuitively, I can feel that I want to move into my music and creativity a lot more. So there is a bit of an anchor there that I'm just like, don't drop anchor.
I feel
sometimes, you know, sometimes we can chase the dollar a lot. We can chase, and sometimes money is great because it helps fuel our real passions, which is important. It is important to have that, but it's also important to see when you know intuitively if it's going to be,
I feel you.
A bit of a distraction. So the good thing is I've got 3 months to see what that is. Is it working out or is it not? So I went to see it today. It's great. High ceilings. That's everything. I really like. They're not high, but they're high enough.
Nice.
You know? So I really like it. I think it could be a good place to just even work on my own stuff too.
I was about to say you could even use it just to get your
That's it. Take a guitar in there and just have my own space to do whatever with. You know? And even rent it out to other people. I'm excited to do that as well.
Wow. So, jam sessions.
That's it. It's so good. And let me see if there's anything else.
That's awesome though. That is cool.
There was a little bit I wanted to talk about. I think we've already touched on it, but like the languages of the language of the spirit.
Let's talk about that. I like that.
And that's a big one. So, like I said, mine is through receiving it, through music, through expressing it, through music as well. And I think it gives passion a purpose. Because that's the hard thing, is that a lot of the time we're living in a life that doesn't really have any meaning.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm doing this job, I'm doing this, and the thing about life is that it's to create. That's all it is. It's just to create.
That's
so
it.
we're not really passionate about a lot of stuff. You feel like we don't really have a purpose. But sometimes your purpose is just to be. I am. Surrender to that.
Being.
Exactly. Human being.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is enough. But it is nice also to get behind something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
You know, so
give you a bit more purpose, fuel. Like you said, passion. Yeah.
And that's what I really want people to investigate, is just to start getting passionate about, you know, the creativity that you have in every aspect of your life. Because that's what's missing.
Yeah.
A lot of the time is that we feel like we're just twiddling through life.
Yeah.
And that's it. We're not really passionate about anything.
Gives it meaning.
It gives it meaning.
Yeah.
It gives it meaning. That's right. You know. And so we don't really think that we have any purpose because there's no passion behind it. It's hard.
Yes.
It's a hard life to live.
I love that. The passion behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I feel that on all levels. That's definitely a thing. I dropped a song called Purpose. I literally said purpose 1,000 times because that's all I wanted to just say. It's just like, find that purpose. Do you know what I mean? So then you can wake up with a mission. Do you know what I mean? With that, like, when you wake up and you have some, like, you know, you have something to just go get. Do you know what I mean? That you love, like you're saying, have that love for.
Yeah.
It's a game changer because then life becomes, like, so magical.
Yeah.
And so, like, everything, like you said, every moment is some part of the journey to take you to wherever that is, but it's the journey, as we said.
It's a journey, and that's the biggest part, I think, of creativity, is being open and curious. And that's like, again, I'm going into that bread analogy of where did the bread come from?
I love this bread analogy.
You know, it's like there is a process to everything. You have to be open and curious to see it, to receive it, and to be able to just see what unfolds after that. You know, that's the thing, is that, you know, we're not curious about anything. We expect a lot.
Yeah.
We're just living in this, I'm expecting this. This has to happen because I've done the work. Well, maybe it won't.
The expectations.
And then what?
Yeah.
You know,
and then it fucks you up when you have these expectations. Then they don't.
That's right.
It doesn't happen like that. And then you just become a victim of your,
That's right. Sometimes I've been in jobs and I work really hard for them.
Yeah.
And I expect the gratification of that is earned through this hard work. I don't get it, you know. And sometimes in the jobs that I was in, I didn't get it. Like, why am I putting so much work? I don't feel good. It's like, because you're not doing it with passion. It's not your purpose. You're not aligned with that, you know. And it's like, you will feel the disconnect intuitively. You already know. You know, like, stop going against. You know, that's that anagram of silence and listen. Let the silent reveal all the ways in which you're disconnected, all the ways in which the spirit is longing to connect, it's longing to be heard. This shit that comes out through prayer, through meditation, through silence, through dreams. Ooh, oh God, dreams are a big one. I wake up
have been
too
vivid lately. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, me too.
Too much, bro. I'm like, I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I just want to sleep and just wake up, like, you know, those ones.
Yes.
Not like sleep and go through 100 fucking dimensions and like fucking stories and then wake up like
exhausted too.
Yeah, literally wake up exhausted. Like, I didn't really sleep.
Yeah, me too.
Like the body rested. Maybe not even. I'm probably moving around freaking out. It's too much.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, do you get twitches? I've been having these.
I wake up sometimes. I'm like,
oh my God, the twitches are fucked. I've been having them a lot lately as well. Even like before, like it's when I know I'm about to sleep, I'll do like 5 twitches between, like, and I'm like, what the?
It's like you're going into
it's crazy.
The Matrix.
It's so freaky. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's like you're dropping into the subconscious so hard. Sometimes I wake up, Juan will, you already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I wake up so spun out, I don't know where I am.
Wow.
That's been really deep, to the point where I've really freaked out. I've woken up hard, like, and I look at him like I've never seen him before.
Whoa.
Just wait. I've had dreams where I've been somebody else.
Damn.
That really freaks me out. And I had this one dream that tripped me right out. I was someone else.
Yeah.
And I looked at, and I was like totally fine with being someone else. And I looked in the mirror, and then I remembered who I was, and I was like, and then I woke up. I was like, oh my God.
Whoa, you looked in a mirror in a dream?
Yes.
I didn't know that was possible.
I mean, it woke me up because I was like, wait, that's not my reflection. That's not me. And then it's like, I went back into reality. And I was like, what's going on? No more chocolate before bed.
Yeah, stop the sugar before bed. As my dad used to always say.
It's a real thing.
It is true. Yes. But even if I don't have sugar, I'm still having crazy ones. But the sugar does accentuate the fucking the freakiness of it. That is crazy though. That you, the mirror thing. That's I didn't even know that's possible. Yeah. Wow.
You know what else we should talk about? Egypt.
Yeah, facts. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I love Egypt.
I'm getting a tattoo. I'm getting.
Tattoo. Oh my god, are you getting the arc?
Now I'm getting my art.
Oh,
yeah, I'm getting her on my back.
Nice.
Because like I did that reading.
Yes.
And then like she was talking about like my feminine energy and how like that helps with my creativity, and I've been suppressing it. And then as soon as I didn't suppress it, that's how like the album came along and stuff. And that's the balance, my art, balancing the she means balance, order, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like I just thought of it like, you know what? It's gonna.
I love that.
And the weird thing was I woke up when I had like the revelation that I would get a tattoo.
Yeah.
And then like I went on, like I never really got on Instagram straight away because I always try to take moments, do you know what I mean? Meditate, go on the sun or whatever. Yeah, but for some reason I went on Instagram on the Midnight Moods podcast page and I followed this Egyptology page. I didn't even realize, and they were live.
Oh, what?
And I just clicked it and then they were drawing my art. And I'm like, okay.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Probably meant to be.
Yeah, see, sometimes
maybe
it's like,
I'm okay. It's
totally
probably there.
meant to be.
I think it's on my back already. Just needs to be uncovered.
You go into the mirror. Boom.
I literally had that thing about tattoos as well. I'm like, maybe they're already there, and then they're just uncovering what's already
reminders,
because they're actually very spiritual tattoos.
They are very
like it's like what's happening.
Ceremonial.
No, of course.
Totally.
But that's my Egyptology that I'm probably gonna put on my so my actually gonna go with the wings with the balance.
No, I love
that's gonna be. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it will happen. I'll put it out there.
Happen when it happens.
Yeah.
I love Egypt. So I was thinking the reason why I brought it up is because what I do love to fall asleep to. This is probably why I'm having crazy dreams. But Egypt documentaries.
Oh damn!
I love it. I fall asleep.
That is why you're having these. That makes a lot of sense.
Because I'm really sometimes they awaken me and I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? This is amazing. But then I find it so familiar and I love it that I go into a mysterious bliss world. You know,
that's your ancestors right there.
Yeah, they just knew so much. They knew so much, and you can just Egypt gets me going, man. Like. On so many levels, there's just so much. They worship the sun. There's the sun god. There's god of the moon. And they when the sun rose, that was everything, and it is everything. They were right. It was like, they thought it was a god. It is a god. It gives life to everything. Are you mad?
Wake up!
Wake up!
Literally, it makes so much sense. It's the source, the sun.
It is the source.
We were talking about this the other time, but the sun. Solar system, soul, like it's all connected in the wordplay. But like, the sun is that source of all that energy. Do you know what I mean? You do know what I mean? Sun, solar, we got a soul.
Oh my god.
So it's just like I totally get that when they worship the sun and like they put the pyramids in line with Orion's belt. And like all these things, like they just knew our like relationship with nature and the cosmos, and they understood the symbiotic, like it's like as above, so below, as within.
As above, that's exactly right.
They understood that. You know what I mean? They didn't just understand. They fucking knew that.
They knew it to a T. That's literally. Right. There's certain processes that they had of doing things that we haven't. We study their art and the hieroglyphics to try and birth more meaning into it, but we see it more as art rather than science. Yes,
that's the thing. It's a science. It's like right? It was chemistry.
Yes.
That's how they got chemistry or something.
Yes, that's
and
right.
And like alchemy and all that was all from ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet, or
that's right. And so I love that aspect. They talk about breath. They did their own yoga. That's what I want you to about that. That's what I was meant to bring. The Kemetic yoga. And you see that in the positions of the way in which they moved. It was a ritualistic thing.
Wow.
And so we need that's like yoga, like anything. We need to weave. However the body wants to move, the voice wants to sing, we need to weave that into daily rituals and not routine. Rituals.
I like how you switch that up, routine to ritual.
It has to be.
Because the connotations of routine are so boring.
I know.
Like when I hear routines, I think of school.
Yeah, me too.
I think of a school routine.
It has to be.
Like something was boring. But when you say rituals, I like that. That sounds like something sacred and something like magical.
Totally
I can get down with doing rituals every day.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god, me too. And it's funny, a friend of mine, her name is Alexis, she has a beautiful podcast too.
Okay, shout out Alexis podcast. We might have to do like a merge podcast or something.
You'd love her. She has a podcast called Do You Fucking Mind?
Okay.
And she's studying, no, not even studying, she's studying to be a neuroscientist.
Oh, damn.
I think she's almost done, actually.
I have one coming on the podcast next week.
Do you?
Oh, no, not next week, tomorrow.
Oh my God,
Shout out
wild.
to Kosh. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to listen to it. That'd be wild. But yeah, so she said the psychology, there was a quote, and she said, you know, the psychology of having to do something and getting to do something. So it's like, oh, you know, I have to do this, of all the things. But it's like, if you change the psychology behind the ritual, the routine, you say, I get to do this today. Changes. It's like, I have to go to work.
Yes.
Like, oh, I get to go to work.
It's like an opportunity.
That's right.
Yes.
I have a job. I get to go to work today. I have to make dinner. I get to make dinner tonight.
Yes. I know. Just that shifts the whole
the game.
I like that one. That's a hack right there.
Yeah, that's a hack. And that plays a lot of stuff with your brain.
Psyche,
Yeah, your psyche, you know, like your brain receptors, how you respond to words.
Yeah.
Really important. There's a Japanese scientist.
Emoto.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know this?
Yes.
Get out.
This has been happening so much on the podcast place. Literally, everyone jumps to this. This is because I've noticed everyone that I've had, everyone's tapped into this because it's like the foundational thing. Once you understand this water.
Yes, the water and the words.
Yeah. Once you get that.
Oh, the words that you speak become the house you live in. Yeah, man. You gotta honestly. And when I saw that experiment, I was like,
that changed my life. Yeah,
that changed my mind.
That one shifted it.
Drinking water, like, I love you, water. You know, like Jesus over here drinking water into wine.
Do that. Mom's like, you need to relax with all this stuff. Like, but it's legit.
It's legit.
Yeah.
You know, like science.
It holds memory. And we're 80% water.
That's it.
So what are you saying? What's your self-talk?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you saying to yourself? Or what are the people around you saying? Because like your subconscious doesn't know the difference between like your voice and someone else's or something like this. I heard.
Yes.
So it's like if you're in a room full of people saying like I hate myself and all this, you're saying that.
Yes.
And that's so deep when you think about it. So it's like even music, like if you listen to music that's like talking on a lower vibration, like, you know, about hating or whatever, then that's what your body's internalizing. So then your cells is all being programmed to that frequency. And it's just like, what?
Yeah, every cell opens.
Literally.
And awakens to whatever it is that you're feeding it. So it's like, make sure whatever you're feeding
is that
love.
That's soul food. Yeah. Literally.
Soul food. That's it. We're cooking.
Yeah, we're cooking up in the kitchen.
In the kitchen of love.
Let's go.
In the kitchen of love.
Let's go.
Play that Marvin Gaye.
The pancakes. Oh man, I love it, bro. Yes.
So good.
It's so true though. It is. So if you listen to Bob Marley, then man, your cells are getting some soul food.
Oh, definitely. Some nourishment.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Mumbo Club. Mumbo Club, man. Man, everyone, I used to, because on this show I always go to reggae hour and I put on the accent.
Yeah.
And then my cousin's like, why do you do that? You gotta stop doing that. Oh, it just feels good. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm, bringing in that reggae energy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
There is a rhythm with it when
that's
you
what
say
I'm saying.
Like that. I love it.
Bro, the Jamaican accent has so much rhythm. You can hear it all day. They can say anything and make it just sound like sound like the best.
Groovy. It's groovy. It's
like
funky.
You said, it's so true.
Yeah.
I love how we take word Egypt when we talk about Egypt before.
Yeah, we get to bumble lot.
Hey, but there's the connection there. If we want to connect that, there's some connection between Haile Selassie.
Oh yeah, he's from Ethiopia.
Yeah. Oh, Ethiopian. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. So he's from Ethiopia, and I forget what I was going to say.
Hey, but there we go.
He's from Ethiopia. That's it.
I forgot. Yeah, that's right. So your mom's Ethiopian. That's
Ethiopian, but she got a lot of Somalian blood.
Okay.
So, it was one country, pretty much. Yeah. So, so they worshipped him quite a lot. I'd like to get more into Selassie. I don't know. He was the king. I don't know a lot about him, to be honest. You know, I haven't. He didn't write a lot of books. There's not a lot to reference.
I only found out from the reggae music because they're always referencing like Haile Selassie.
That's right. I want to know a little bit more about, about how and why. I want to get really investigate all of that stuff. That's a lot
of course. There's a lot. Yeah, but that's probably why you're so connected to Jamaica. Yes. Because he's like that's what reggae. I don't know. He went to Jamaica or something. I don't know how it worked.
Yeah, he went to Jamaica.
Yeah,
and then I think there was a lot of people that followed.
Yeah,
that followed him
like a
and why he was great.
Yeah,
and a lot of those people brought that back to Jamaica.
Yes.
I think, you know, and so I think they already had a lot of their own religious practices and rituals, you know, within their community.
Yeah.
And I think he tapped into another field, another branch of that, you know,
makes sense,
to help them deepen it or whatever that was. You know? Yeah, but they reference him so much. Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about music. Like you were just saying, like, you know, with Nas, he put the seed in. You're like, I wonder what that. I got to investigate that.
Literally.
Yeah, we put water on it, and then it grows, and it's like it expands your awareness. It's a beautiful thing. It's knowledge, like
power,
KRS-One.
Yes. Oh, don't let you. We want to get KRS-One. Nearly everything. Over everything. It should be nearly everything, bro. That dude. That you know that talk that he does. That one when he's in a university and he holds out the rock star. Yes. The amount of times I watched that, like, alright, because that was another one that made me go.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Educated.
That one is crazy.
He is just up there. And I didn't know, like, KRS-One, the rapper, I didn't know for ages, like, KRS-One. When I found out that it
knowledge, right? Yeah.
Knowledge reigns
supreme over nearly everything. It makes so sense. It makes so much sense.
Totally.
He's the one. That's why I made my name, like, because he's like, you change your name, you change your reality. Yes. That's why I was like, okay, Coco the Conscious. Because when he was saying that, I'm like, it just resonates so deep. I'm like, he's so right, because everything shifts with that, like you said with Tupac, invoking that spirit.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's the same with him and his name, and he speaks about it. I'm invoking the energy of it. There's so much that is, you know, true. It gives right to.
So we need to name our kids some like
strong,
you know what I mean? Yeah, I think we got to bring that back.
Yeah, we need to bring that back.
Yeah, because definitely. Yeah, because I think everyone's kind of just gotten comfortable with.
Yeah, whatever they are. And it's like, you know, Shakespeare, there's one line that I love in Romeo and Juliet. He says, you know, what's in a name? A rose by any another name will smell just as sweet. It's true. You know, so it's like, you know, your essence is the most important thing, but it's also important to invoke a spirit through a name. Yes. There's something, you know, if I even think about if someone says the word rose or whatever, I'm already transported to something that's like, you know, you think of the memory of whatever. You can invoke such powerful things with a name. You know, so rename yourself if you want. Do whatever it is you need to.
Facts.
How do you refer to yourself? You know, what calling in a higher power.
Yes. What do you want to channel?
Yeah, and Tupac's name, it wasn't always Tupac, actually. Like, his mother named him, I should know this, because he's a spirit person. I don't remember, but she named him something funny, and then that she went into the Black Panthers, and I think he was 2 years old or 3 years old, that she renamed him legally.
Okay.
Tupac Shakur.
I reckon he was 2.
Him. Yeah, I was like, I reckon he was 2 or he was 3. He was like, Tupac. I just got it.
I don't know, maybe. Oh man,
taking all my juice. Yeah, and so she legally renamed him because she's like, I want him to know that he is born from like stepping into that greatness. He she was reminding him all
constantly,
the time.
every
Do
day.
you know who you're named after? Do you know you're walking in the shadows of this? And you know,
powerful
shit. Yeah. My
Oh,
son's name is gonna be like Tupac Irving Durant Coco. That's like the longest name. Remember that weird kid?
But you know what?
Like,
they said,
people?
Yeah, like all these like African names and stuff.
Yes.
That's why they're so long, because they're invoking all these ancestors and everything, and like that's why they're so long.
Yeah, that's right.
Carry it all, and then
respect.
So don't shorten the names.
No way.
Long.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. People can just say it short if you want, but
exactly. But that's right.
Elongate
everything
that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
elongate. Keep rising. Expand.
Expand that name.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna have a whole different whole generation of 50 named people up in here.
Imagine the age of Aquarius, all these new kids with just long ass shoes.
Where's your birth certificate?
Folds out. I can see it already. Oh man. Oh, that's too good, G. Man, is there anything else? Do we have more? Come on, we've done well. I think we've done
really well.
I think we've done 2 hours. I'm not sure. I'm gonna unlock the CPU. Yeah, I think it's been around 2.
We've done well.
But you're definitely coming back.
Oh yeah,
we
for sure.
Especially when you do this space, this what you're doing.
Yes.
Like if you wanna tell people where they can contact you.
Yes.
I mean, just in case.
Definitely.
And then you got your yoga.
Yeah.
You got yoga tomorrow?
Yes, I do.
There we go.
Yeah, your mum's coming.
Shout it out. Yeah, I might try to come as well if it's not too late.
See if you.
Yeah,
see
but I'm
go.
very late, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no, that's fine.
do my best.
I want to do that. Yeah, I'll talk later. The Egyptian yoga.
Yeah, I'm down, 100%. Yeah.
Do.
Do all that.
Yes.
Oh no, honestly, that'd be awesome. Tapping into that ancestral.
Exactly. I think you feel it when it's something that is along the lineages of where you come from. And it's really nice for anyone. It's like some people feel like they're without culture. You're not. Everyone comes from something. You know, we have drums going. Drums speak to everybody.
True.
Everyone.
That's the baseline of it all.
Yeah. Every culture. We all come from that first pack of people that the drums are.
That's true.
Everyone.
Drums will make everyone move.
Everyone.
That's it. You can not like
Yeah, that's right. So that definitely. That speaks to me too.
Yeah, I love how you said
tapping
that.
into that ancestral stuff with the and that's what's so great about it, because it connects to you. Yeah, because it's from you connect to something that
resonates. If something resonates with you, if a culture resonates with you might not be that culture per se.
Yes,
there's definitely something in there in you that's there.
That still
that's
exists.
why it's calling you. Yeah, I think people got to see that. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you might not look African, but if you feel called to the drums or whatever, it's there. Do you know what I mean? Don't let this whole what society's told you cloud anything. That's right. Yeah, because a
lot of it is just to remember who you are.
The game of remembrance. That's what this is.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the thing, is that we lose ourselves in our society. We come back to ourselves through creative expression.
Yes.
To remember who you are. That's it. So that's
Yes.
my biggest takeaway from it all.
Nice. You want to leave him with that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Yes. That's amazing. Beautiful. Thank you so much, G. Honestly, give them all your your info, your IG.
Yeah. So
everything you do, all the talents.
Totally. Oh my god, I've got like 1 million Instagrams for all the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
So I've got my yoga and meditation on the Bloom Effect, and then I've got my music on Jamila Harper Rose, which is linked, so you'll be able to find it on both. And teaching at Dharamshala in North Bondi, and hopefully birthing my new space.
Oh, like I said, birthing.
Yeah, you got to birth it, make it yours.
I like that.
Sage up in this joint.
Some curry sage on the
that's
court.
Right. Walking with my jersey. I might have like a yoga studio with a little basketball.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's right. Leave your negative energy at the hoop. Oh man! Do that. Now I gotta do it.
That's dope. Yeah, you have to now. You That's awesome. Oh man, thank you so much, Jamila.
Thank you. I enjoyed this so much.
It's been a vibe. Literally, so many gems. Thank you. Part 1.
Yes.
Thank you for just coming in, dropping all these gems. Being so open.
Yeah.
And definitely you're gonna come back.
Yeah, the Empire Strikes Back.
Mate, let's go. The rebellion right here. Hey, if you know, you know. You know what I mean?
That's it. Don't knock it till you see it.
That's it. Let's go. Hear the Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, thank you, Jamila. This is another episode of the Midnight Moves podcast, first one of 2021. Shout out to Jamila for coming through. And we'll see you soon, family. Peace.